Goons, we are here for the NFL Draft live reactions for John and Alex leaving. I know, no Alex, very sad. Maybe I can try and get him on through the magic of the internet. But right now, on the clock is Chicago Bears, and it's pretty unanimously confirmed. It's going to be Williams. I'm ready for this pick. I think it's a great pick because the Bears offensive coordinator, as we've talked about in the show on Monday, is going to make an offense that will be tailored to his whatever quarterback they have skill set, even though we know it's going to be Caleb Williams. That's a good thing, especially considering Caleb played in the spread, but you don't want a spread offense in the NFL, as we've talked about before. Spread offense doesn't really translate to the NFL greatly, so it's going to be much better to have this offense where it's built to his strong suits, but not fully from what he ran in college, because you can't just bring the same exact scheme back. Again, we're going to see likely in Washington, in my opinion, is an offense that struggles at the NFL level because it's based on college concepts. The Bears are on the clock, 6 minutes right now. We're going to have a live stream. We're going to have some more people coming in. We got, I believe, Fritz, Moses, Eli, and Mike maybe be coming on. I'm gonna let me call Alex right now. Let me see if I can get him on. I'm gonna hit him with the Snapchat audio. Come on, Alex.
Game, run after catch. This guy.
Oh, wait. Mr. Zizig. I can't hear you. Why can't I? Oh, there you are. Wait. I can hear you. Mr. Zizig. We currently have Alex Zizig from John Alex the co-host on Snapchat Live.
Why are we doing this?
Because it's great. That's why we're doing this. I'm suited up. I'm ready.
Why are we doing this? John.
You don't have to be on there the entire time. I'm just waiting until the other people I have coming for. I have a couple guest stars that have never been on Good Stuff before, and never been on John Alex in the Evening before. We're going to debut. They just won't get here for like 20 minutes. You could go back in the room. Put Dan on the phone. Put everyone on the phone. It's the whole draft party.
You could just come here and just hang out with us if you want.
I don't have a car.
Why are you in the library with the wife?
I'm in the third floor of Perkins.
You said you don't have a car?
I don't have a car, no.
I could have driven you.
Yo, we got Dan on the line. We have Alex on the line, who's at Dan's house, who could easily get Dan on the line. Get them all there.
John, I could have driven you. Do you want me to come pick you up right now?
No, because I like the setting. I like my whiteboard. I could show Alex's face right now, but it's just all blurred. Completely terrible quality. Peak John Alex in the Evening content.
Oh my god. John, okay, the better question is, why did you tell me about this stream idea like today?
Because I was sitting there, I'm like, what a great idea. Streaming the NFL draft reaction for John Alex. It's a great idea. I do so much like...
Sean. Actually, no, he's with Brittany right now.
Jalen and Sean
could
so make it because they were their girlfriends.
Yeah, like I could come pick you up real quick if you want me to. So we could have the stream with both of us.
But I don't want to miss the draft.
If you want. Alright, fair. Alright.
Oh, the pick is in, everyone.
Pick is in. The pick is in. We're going to mute.
John's live streaming right now on YouTube.
Yeah, for Goons Out. It's just me right now. People will join later. But, I mean, this is just like a regular Monday show anyways.
It's not Caleb Williams.
If it's not Caleb Williams, you're right.
Obviously, it's not Caleb Williams. Why wouldn't they select Caleb Williams?
Yeah. Give us your take, Alex. Oh, wait. They're about to do it. Caleb Williams, is he the
Is he the
Lisan Al Gaib? Is he the Mahdi?
Is Caleb Williams the Al Gaib? Is he the as written that the Bears need?
Honestly, well, the Lisan Al Gaib is the fake thing, right? So like,
Huh?
is he? So I don't know if he wants to be the Lisan Al Gaib. The Lisan Al Gaib is the lie told to the people.
No, John, what I'm trying, is he the football messiah?
That's the question.
That
Or
was
is he the
promised
lie?
for generations?
Or is he the misread, the bust?
Is he the next Tom Brady?
So here's what the expert analysis comes in.
Is he bust or sus?
Let me give you my expert analysis. I
Is
have
Caleb
my
Williams bust or sus?
is he Buster Sauce? That's wild. I have notes on Caleb Williams somewhere here. We do. So basically, Williams ran a spread offense. He worked with Lincoln Riley. He literally transferred from Oklahoma to go play with Lincoln Riley at USC because he just loves that offense that much. So, yeah, we have what is a situation here where he's going to come to the NFL and it's going to be a change. He's going to need to adjust to some sort of maybe pro style. I don't know about not an air raid, not like a spread, not something he used to have at USC because the NFL, the pros, the thing that the spread works in college because not every corner in college is fast receivers. Most corners are slower than the receivers in college. So you can just have 4 guys running out and they'll most likely beat all the corners. One of them will. The NFL, imagine you take all the best corners in this draft and put them on one team. That's what the NFL is like every game. So those guys are all going to be fit, fast, and receivers don't just beat them by speed. Unless you're Tyreek Hill, it doesn't work.
That's right.
So he's going to need to adjust. But luckily, going to the Bears, their offensive coordinator, I forget his name, but I do remember when I looked up his offensive scheme, he says going to tailor it to who they have, Shane Waldron. He's confident that his scheme is going to be made towards the team.
That's very well said. Could he survive in the NFL environment?
That's the question.
What I think you were trying to say. It's kind of hard to.
Yeah. Someone's excited.
But I think he has some good things. Huh?
Someone there seems excited. We have an acapella right next to us, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Also, I just realized I can't go to dance.
Don, we have the one up right now.
You what?
The second pick. What do you think is going to happen? What is your prediction?
Washington, I have Washington in my last 3 drafts, I believe. For all my last 3 mock drafts, I have Washington taking Drake May. I think it's the best pick here because while I disagree with the concept of a spread offense in the NFL, and I think Cliff Kingsbury is not going to succeed, I have to accept the fact that they need to do what's best for them. And with Caleb Williams off the board, the second spread offense quarterback and potentially the second best quarterback. There's debate with Jay Daniels. I think Jay Daniels might be better than Drake May. You're taking a guy here who works in the spread offense. And if he goes in Cliff Kingsbury's spread offense in Washington, it's going to work. If you take Jaden Daniels, who did not play spread offense, he plays in more of a, more of an offense similar to what the Ravens play in. He is not going to do as well. And it's not going to work. As simple as that. So, yeah, I think Drake May is consistent. Drake May is a safe pick. I know he's young, and sophomores are hard to take sometimes, but he did really great his freshman year. He did great his sophomore year. So he's proven that he can be good over and over again. But the question...
All right, John, I'm going to have to let you go. I'll call you back when the Eagles are up.
When the Eagles are up, you're going to call back when the Eagles are up? Do you have any takes on the Commanders pick?
Hi, John.
Yep.
Evan says hi.
Hi, Evan.
He's on a stream right now. Go on Drew's house.
Drew's house.
Go on Drew's house on YouTube. All right, John. I have to let you go.
All right.
Goodbye.
I'll call you back when the Eagles are picking. It was a great call. Caleb Williams is officially a Chicago Bear. Great to talk to Alex. We're going to have to talk to him back in the Eagles pick. We do have the Eagles right now. I have the Eagles taking Kool-Aid. Kool-Aid McKinstry, Alabama, the cornerback. I don't have a mock draft, and I would not make a mock draft where the Eagles don't take a corner. I don't see the 4 potential guys I think the Eagles could take, or I would like to, which would be Terry Armstead, Quinny Mitchell, who I believe they'd have to trade. They might get lucky if one of them falls, but I don't see it happening. I don't see them getting past Indianapolis or Jacksonville, 2 teams that need corners, and even LA, who could also use a corner. But depending on the talent there, they might go, edge or whatnot. Like I have them going. I had them going Latu in my most recent mock. But before that, in my 2.0, I had them going for Cooper DeJean. So things could change. You can see one thing, the other thing, it's the draft. The draft goes crazy. That being said, let me duplicate my sheet to make a live one so I can start adding some live predictions to it, because eventually this is all going to get real humbledy-jumbledy. I mean, I have a third pick. My third pick is the Raiders trading. The likelihood of that is not exactly the highest, but it could happen. And it should happen, because honestly, that's the right move. That's the right move for the Las Vegas Raiders. They got to move up for that. But I digress, because the pick at the moment is the Commanders, and the pick is in. We're going to, again, we have to mute before, because I can't have it on here, and I want to hear it. But we'll definitely give the analysis. Oh, this is good. This is contending. I could be wrong on this. They could be going Jaden Daniels. I don't think it's the right move, though. I think because Drake May, while he didn't work as much spread as Caleb Williams, I think he worked a lot of spread in UNC, and it would just fit perfectly in Cliff Kingsbury's offense. He's young. This Commanders team is going to take a while to develop. And while it's not a great, this is an argument. There's an argument that Daniels is also old. He is older. Now, I wouldn't exactly call him old, but older. But anyways, we're going to mute. Get back to the reaction. So the Washington Commanders, second pick of the 2024 NFL Draft, have taken Jaden Daniels, the quarterback out of LSU. Not what I predicted. Not what I would go. Not what I would choose. You know what? I've said multiple times that I think Jaden Daniels is going to be amazing. I think Jaden Daniels could have one of the best careers in this draft. I think he could, because again, Caleb Williams is hard to be a number 1 pick. Now, this is a great team to be number 1 pick too. I will say the Bears have built quite a great squad. That being said, I think Jaden Daniels is incredibly talented. He's got an amazing arm at his age, and he's got amazing legs. He can do it all, and I think he could become a do-it-all quarterback. I think he could become the next Lamar, and he might even become better the way he plays and everything. But I don't like him going to Washington. Now, again, do I have hope for him? Of course, because I think Kingsbury is going to be fired in the next year, because it's going to not work. It's just not going to work. The offense won't work. But do I like the pick? No. I would have gone Drake May. Drake May was the better pick for number 2 for them. Drake May fits their system better. Jaden Daniels is not. He can work in the spread. I can imagine he'll be able to adjust. But when you have a guy who's worked in the spread before, who's proven that he can do really well in it, you should go for that move. And I don't know why, looking at that, Washington decided to go the other way and go for Daniels. Maybe they saw what I see in him, which is the high level of talent. His great arm, he can get the ball downfield. Right now they're showing some highlights and getting it to Malik Neighbors. And then they got another one where he's running. He's a do-it-all quarterback. He is amazing. I'd be glad to have him. But again, if I were them, I'd pick based on the scheme. I'd pick based on what we have, and I'd go Drake May, who simply fits better in their scheme. But this is still great. And hats off to Jaden Daniels, the Heisman winner. He completely built his draft stock up this season. He was not going to get picked this high until this season, and his amazing play this season. But, I didn't believe Joe Burrow once, and when that happened, I was like, no, he's good. Yeah, he's had a great season. I didn't realize the magnitude of how great his season was at the time, but still, I didn't buy it. I didn't think that it meant anything. I thought it was a one-hit wonder. It's not how it works in college. I've now learned that. That means you've grown. That means development. That means you're better. So, congratulations to Jaden Daniels. But is it the pick I would have gone? I don't know. Now, we do have New England here despite the fact that Jaden Daniels is off the board now and Drake May is on there. And Drake May, I believe he can adjust. It's just, I'm worried. We know Jaden Daniels can adjust. And that's why he might succeed with the Commanders, but it would have been better with May, in my opinion. But I would have rather seen him go to any team. He could, oh, wow, and the pick is in. They didn't even trade. I didn't even get to that. I was going to say they should trade. This pick should have been traded. The Patriots should be moving this pick to get way more capital, do something with that. And the fact that they're not, honestly disappointing. I would have expected something better out of that Patriots front office. Somebody that understands how to build through the draft. That team is not good. That team has a rough roster. So the fact that they're just going straight to the pick, I don't know if I go with that. Because it's not like the Patriots are making the playoffs next year. They're going to end up in the top 5 again. And there's plenty more quarterbacks next year. Next year's a great quarterback draft class. I don't know if I like picking and not trading here. But likely going to be Drake May. I can't imagine anyone but Drake May. There's no best defensive player in the draft is Dallas Turner. He's not worth a top 3 pick. It's a weak defensive draft. I could see Marvin Harrison Jr. That would be a surprising pick, but it would be a good pick because he's a generational receiver. He's something that the Patriots desperately need. They don't have great receiving core. They could build that, and then you go quarterback. That would be very good for them. But again, the pick is in. Really taking their time with this one. Let's see if they can get to it. I should take some time. I should post this on the Instagram. Yeah, there is. Live reactions. There's me. Let me find the John Alex in the Evening Instagram. It's so good. The LSU, it's a good pick. He's a great player. It's just, and it's not something I personally would have gone for. Do we have something? Can I do this? Oh, wait. Nope. Nothing moved in on the pick yet. It's wild. I don't know. I would have expected a pick by now. But most likely, I think the Patriots are going to go May. I could see Marvin Harrison Jr. And the more I say it, the more I like it. Because, again, they're going to have to pick, and we have Goodell coming up. So I'm going to mute real quick. Drake May. Pick. Quarterback out of North Carolina. Going to the Patriots. Look, he's consistent. He showed his ability. He can do a lot. He's not as do-it-all as Jaden Daniels, but he's consistent. Amazing freshman season. He's been 22 ACC Player of the Year. Friends with Sam Howell. I did not know that. Playing behind him in 2021. I guess he was redshirted. But no, let me get to my notes on Drake May, actually. Because those were pretty extensive. Those 2 picks were very big for me because I really believed in May going to Washington. But he possesses I said he possesses the skills to perform as a franchise quarterback in Kingsbury offense. He could do this in Mayo's offense. I believe, or not Mayo's offense, but like in the Patriots offense. I don't actually know the Patriots coordinator. Now think about it, because that's wild actually. Now I think about it, I did not look into the Patriots offensive coordinator. Alex Van Pelt. It's interesting. Alex Van Pelt. What is Alex Van Pelt's system? Offensive scheme. He's in the same thing that the Bears offensive coordinator Waldron is hitting. He's going with the Van Pelt. I've got it right here. Van Pelt might not be married to the scheme. That's I'm going to wait and see who we get and then decide what I'm doing kind of move. That's let's get the guy and then make the choice. So I like that. I like those moves. But again, I would have rather to trade. I would have preferred New England going for a trade. It's better when a team like New England, it's just so messy. A team that just is done. It needs a full rebuild. I would rather them go and get like a bunch of picks, bunch of players, and then like 3 years from now, we're talking about John Smith, Derek Holmes, and like, I don't know, Michael Ewers, just a bunch of guys. Defensive end, offensive tackle, free safety, all guys who are Pro Bowlers that got taken in the second, late first. Just picks that they traded for. And then you've got, Shane Gillingham, the quarterback, the franchise guy that they took 2 years from now or next year. Quinn Ewers, Shadur Sanders, That's what I would rather see from New England. But they liked May. They wanted to go for him. That was the move they made. I see why. They're willing to build the offense around him. May's not stuck to the spread. Like, Williams is much closer to the spread than May. May worked in it. May, I believe, has worked in pro style too. So he should be able to succeed in an offense in the NFL because he can adapt. But again, can he adapt as much as other quarterbacks like Jaden Daniels, who's transferred and just gotten better? I don't know. But he's consistent, good, and I think they should be excited for Drake May. I'm excited to see what he does. Much better than Mac Jones. If you were excited for Mac Jones, be excited for Drake May. Your future for Drake May than Mac Jones. There's special skills with Drake May. There are things that stand out in his game. Not the case with Mac Jones. And we knew that. But the Cardinals pick is in. Let's talk about the Cardinals. There's not much to say. We've said all there really is. Marvin Harrison Jr. can do it all. He is a great mind for the game, great vision for the game, great athleticism. He's a great route runner. So it doesn't mess up the stream. We live right now. There we go. All right. We're live, but I need to get this to Moses. All right. Let me. We good? Lock in. Come on, stream. We're locked in. All right, we're back. All right. And the pick is in. We have the pick. It was clean and cut, pretty obvious. Everyone was seeing. This was my most second to Caleb Williams. This is my most confident pick. Now, a lot of people thought they would trade, but I didn't believe in that. I think this was a great move to go for Marvin Harrison Jr., the wide receiver out of Ohio State. It's a great move. We saw his father. He said a loud comment. He wanted to be loud, asking for. I don't remember ever seeing that from Marvin Harrison Sr. I didn't watch him live, but I know who he is, and he was considered a quiet player. And we have Moses, Eli, and is Mike. Mike went home?
Yeah, Mike's home.
Oh my gosh. That's so lame. We have Moses and Eli, and Fritz is on the phone. We just have juniors taken in the draft to the Arizona Cardinals. I'm glad with the Marvin Harrison Jr. pick. I like Marvin Harrison Jr. because he's generational. He's the best receiver we've seen in 10 years coming out of the draft. It's going to be amazing for the Cardinals. Next Larry Fitzgerald type move, Like, you don't need a great team to have a great wide receiver, right? You say, Eli? Yeah. You just need a great wide receiver. And so this guy, he's going to be able to take the reins, and build into an offense.
Honestly, he should be able to complement Kyler Murray. I feel like gives him a better target to throw to than what he has now currently.
That's how I feel like too. Like there's something there. There's a guy, you know. We have the Chargers coming up. My draft, I have the Chargers trading this pick. Thoroughly believe they should be trading this pick. I see no reason they shouldn't trade this pick and trade it to the Vikings, because the Vikings traded for the Houston Texans pick, which was number 23. The Vikings aren't in a scenario where they need to be getting extra picks to rebuild, like that. They need one thing and one thing only, which is a quarterback.
Yeah, that's true, because they don't have anybody. They have no one.
Yeah.
But why would the Chargers are what? Pick number 5?
The Chargers are 5. Now, they could go Malik Neighbors here, who, had it not been for Marvin Harrison Jr., would also be incredibly hyped up by the media, because he is another guy, who comes around once every 5 years. You have Marvin Harrison Jr., who comes around once every 15, 20 years, but Neighbors is also insanely talented. This is a great receiver draft. So they could go 5 to get Neighbors to replace Keenan Allen, Michael Williams, that are not there anymore. But knowing Jim Harbaugh has done in the past, he has a tendency to go for building around the trenches.
Right.
Offensive line, defensive line.
See, but they don't really need any of that though, honestly. Their defensive line is, from what I remember, is pretty solid. It may not be top tier, but they have to get a piece that's going to get the offense going, because as much as I like Justin Herbert and as good of a quarterback as I think he is, he can't do anything if he doesn't have any receivers or any consistent receivers to throw the ball to.
That's a great point. That is a great point. That what is he supposed to do?
Exactly.
If he's just because he's behind, who I haven't taken actually, Amarius Mims at the 23. Got Amarius Mims and Rashawn Slater on both sides of him, but he's looking down the field and no one has hands.
Right.
How's he supposed to hit a guy? That's a great point. But my counterpoint is what they do with this trade. They get 11. Now, it's risky because up until my 4.0, I had Brock Bowers going at 10 to the Jets because they need to spread around the receptions on that team, or at least get someone else who's skilled and talented.
Right.
So they've got Alan Lazard. It's not really impressive. So Brock Bowers would be great for them. But they need to protect Rodgers, and they need to go for a lineman maybe. So I have them taking Olumuyiwa Fashanu. Goes by Olu Fashanu. That being said, they could move on that. But if it seems like they're solid on tackle, then they could get that tight end Brock Bowers to the Chargers, because they also need a tight end. And Bowers is an incredible receiver. And you remember the Gronk Brady era.
Yeah.
You just get a guy, another Julian Edelman. You have a great receiver and then an average receiver. That works perfectly and builds something for Herbert. And it's not like Herbert has to win the Super Bowl this year. He's got can find a receiver, but to have at least one guy, Bowers, there, and then get the offensive tackle, I think it'd be a great move for them to build that way.
Right.
But it all relies on the Vikings, who have clearly showed interest in trading up for J.J. McCarthy. It would be the perfect time to do it now, because I've heard way too many rumors about the Giants getting J.J. McCarthy. And frankly, if I were the Vikings, I'd do something about that and make sure he does not go off the board.
Yeah, make sure you get him immediately first. And now, it would, but that pick also essentially, like you said before, would be risky for the Chargers, correct? Because if they trade down, it's the possibility of whoever they were looking at now may or may not be taken off the board.
Yeah, that is the major issue that lies with this draft strategy of mine, is that Bowers could easily be taken by the Jets. It could be like a 50-50 right now, Bowers or tackle.
Now, why would the Jets need Bowers? I feel like with Aaron Rodgers, you could put a few mediocre receivers around him and he'll make them look good. I feel like what they need is a offensive line piece though first before they grab anything else, because that offensive line is terrible, probably one of the worst I've seen. So I don't know. I don't feel like they should be taking their pick to get Bowers. Like, I get he's a big guy, hands. He has the hands. You know, he has the skills. But you need somebody in the trenches that's gonna protect Rodgers, because we can't have another repeat of last year when the first 4 plays, tore his ACL. Yeah, we don't want that.
Yeah, no, you do not need another Achilles injury at the start of the season. Worst possible thing. That would be the worst case scenario for the Jets. So I was up. I have that same opinion you have. Only just this past 2 weeks after I spoke to my good friend Ethan Wong, who is actually a Jets fan, and I told him I was like, I'm really into them taking Brock Bowers, diversifying that receiving cast, and he was like, no, we need line. And I didn't think about it. But I at first, when I mocked Mekhi Becton, I was like, back in the day when he was drafted, I was like, oh, he's got issues. That could be, spread to his game, off-field issues. But I trust the guy, and I think he could grow, get better. That's not really happened. Mekhi Becton's still struggling. And now bringing in Tyron Smith, you bring in an offensive lineman on the other side, you've got a great offensive line all of a sudden, and that would definitely support and help you. We've got Eli, Moses, and Fritz here now, so we're going to try and readjust the camera. We also have the Chargers picks coming up, so we're going to mute for them to announce that. And I'm also going to try and share this across everywhere I know. And it's going to be a lot, and I hope the stream does not break while I do this. So lock in. You're ready for this. Also, you guys should move in. Does anyone have expo markers?
Expo markers. No.
Oh, that sucks because there's no use of the whiteboard. That's okay. We'll be right back.
All right.
Crazy Joe. So yeah, listen,
Got
Los Angeles Chargers just took offensive tackle Joe All out of Notre Dame. I have Olu Fashanu as I pegged him as a better tackle than All, but that's okay. We've heard they're both great. 5 is a little high. Again, I would have traded this pick, just like the Patriots pick I talked about. If you need more positions, I would have traded this, got some capital, got a second or something, added into this, and then you can pick way more. but again, they ignore this. They go for the better talent rather than quantity. That I believe quantity over quality when you're talking about the draft sometimes, unless the quality is so superseding the quantity.
Doesn't matter. But,
Oh, the Giants pick is in.
Giants pick is in already.
They knew.
I don't know if I would have traded.
No,
that
no,
pick with
the Giants
Chargers,
knew.
What?
They knew the
though.
Chargers.
I wouldn't have traded.
messed
Just
up.
I feel like there's still like
With the Chargers.
a bit more talent still available with the receivers.
Before that,
I think.
we're taking a cycle class for free.
I think that the Giants right here, we've heard a lot about JJ McCarthy. Maybe too much. Too much for my opinion about JJ McCarthy. I think the Giants could definitely get like someone way better next year because they're not going to be good this year, especially regardless of taking a quarterback. They have way more issues in quarterback. So taking a guy like McCarthy who's just a simple game manager, you know, like a Brock Purdy type guy, when you don't have a team for him to manage around, it's just a bad decision. It's a bad pick, but it's been talked about way too much. Right there.
I
wouldn't pick McCarthy.
would have traded
Well, I
that,
mean-
that pick.
who's left if they don't get him?
I mean, like Bo Nix is still on the board. I don't know how good Penix is, but
I like Penix more than Knicks, but both of them could easily fall to the second. I had Penix in my
I think they would fall to
first
the
mock.
second.
I had Penix in my first mock in the first round going to Seattle. And then I had him in my second one before the Fields trade going to Steelers at 20. And then I had, before the Wilson trade, I had Bo Nix at 12. Just because the Denver Broncos are kind of crazy and they might take him just because they like him.
Right.
But I think both of them are second round talents. I think Penix is better. He plays a lot of heart. But regardless, I think the best pick right here, I think hopefully we see the right pick, Malik Neighbors, wide receiver.
yeah,
And
absolutely.
frankly, if the Chargers were going to trade their pick, they should have been taking Malik Neighbors. But we had the pick is in. Goodell's coming up. Eli, could you hit the mute button for me? It's a little microphone.
Oh,
Oh wait, what? Hmm?
Let me lie.
No, I don't know what the hell it just said. I'm pressing the button.
Okay.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh. Who is it?
Malik
Malik
Neighbors.
Excellent move.
Malik Neighbors.
Best thing they could have did.
They're
That-
definitely gonna throw it to him. I don't know how they're gonna throw it to him. They're gonna throw it to.
They need the receivers, bro. It's like
They're desperate. They traded away everybody. I mean, I understand Keelan Allen is getting older, but this man has been consistent since day one.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely kind of lost out on Malik Neighbors by picking Joe, but like
I've never
I
even
kind of
heard.
respect the move from the Giants. That's a
I've
good
never
move.
even heard Joe Alt.
Alex, we got you.
Put this on the press. Put this on the press.
Oh,
Mhm.
from
Okay.
Alex.
Get ready for the newspapers. The Sixers have been eliminated from the NBA playoffs.
You want to put it? Oh, that's right. The Sixers are playing. Why don't we cover that right now? It's 55-58 at halftime.
0-2 to the Knicks.
Absolute
Yeah.
pessimist right here.
Oh,
They,
yeah,
they
they
got
are
cheated
down
out.
0-2.
They got cheated out. They even
Oh my
even the
gosh.
press said they got cheated out. Like they went over it and said they messed up
It was terrible.
four times.
4 times.
4 times that game.
Yep.
John, the Sixers are cooked.
There's only 55-58.
No, John. That minute was terrible.
Was it
I
bad?
said if you want it.
It was bad.
Ah.
Like the,
Oh, yeah.
The Knicks had possession.
I was
for
gonna say, yeah, you
solid
stand up, Fritz. You look real menacing. You might be scaring the people on the
With his presence.
line.
It was terrible.
Nah,
It's just-
but the way we got
We're not winning this game. Official John Alex in the evening report.
Oh, that's Alex
Put it on the
John and
Twitter
Alex
account like a
Embiid.
graphic. Sixers eliminated. Like Joel Embiid's sad.
You have the same access to that account. You can post that. I'll never defame my Sixers. 55 to 58, they're locked. They're ready to come back.
No,
It's been close every game, and we should have won the last game.
They could-
So it might be the same thing over again.
Nah, it's Joel and Brick.
Nah, bro made all his shots.
It's Joel and Brick. When it matters most, he vanishes.
Bro, it's not even him. It's freaking what's his name? Tobias.
Tobias.
Tobias Harris is
Tobias.
some booty.
Tobias.
He's trash.
Tobias gets way too many minutes. We have the Titans picking at 7 right now. The Titans, by the way, right here, Oluf Ashanu. I am
What
confident
do you guys think about the Chargers picking an O-lineman?
that was terrible.
I thought the
In my
Titans
opinion.
were gonna pick Joe Alt. That wasn't my thing.
It didn't click until like just a couple seconds ago that like they missed out on Malik Neighbors. Like I would have been okay with missing out on Malik Neighbors had they traded, building more capital. But the fact that they missed out on Malik Neighbors because they went for offensive tackle at 5, who was probably 2 picks lower, and like the drop off from Alt to Amarius Mims at 20 is like not that crazy. You still get a solid tackle. You have Rashawn Slater on one side, Amarius Mims on the other is very good. I don't like the pick. I get why they do it. I knew Jim Harbaugh likes building through the draft, building through the trenches, but if you're gonna build through the trenches, I would have done it quantity,
Later.
more guys, yeah. But now you really, with just one first round pick, you now leave Justin Herbert with no weapons to throw to. That's a major issue, and especially the fact that Malik Neighbors is a generational prospect. This guy, one of the best prospects in the past 5 years. Only reason it's not being talked about is because he's overshadowed by the greatest prospect in the last 20 years, Marvin Harrison Jr.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, Marvin Harrison Jr. is like one of the best prospects ever, right? Coming out of the draft. The Chargers missed their chance.
They did.
They
Man,
sold the
how many
bag.
more
They
how
could
many
have
more
traded
picks
down.
do you have left?
Chargers.
Decent quality.
I feel like that was the only pick they had.
The Chargers are so badly managed.
Well, no, I mean I'm saying throughout the draft, 'cause, you know, we've seen stuff like Brock Purdy, for example. We've seen people.
Yeah.
We've seen Mr. Irrelevance, you know, come in and you know do their thing.
Yeah.
So it's possible they could pick up somebody later on that may or may not be a good addition to the team. You just have to see how many they have left.
You haven't seen John's little like.
Oh, this is the mock
haven't.
draft.
Holy shit.
Yes.
We
The way
got
you
all
were
the
ever
picks.
talking earlier, that's the kind of preparation John
John,
puts
who are
into.
the two right now?
So I've got Fritz to my left, right here, and the AJ Brown. Speaking of the AJ Brown
Yeah, they
extension,
got-
Oh yeah, the
my
AJ
favorite
Brown
of all time.
extension, beautiful.
That was beautiful.
That was a beautiful
You
extension.
call me later. I'll take it. All right,
This is just my little update, little Alex update.
are we gonna talk? We're gonna reconvene at pick 22.
That sounds good. Honestly, there's a trade.
So there's a trade. Oh, stop the presses. Wait a minute. Where's my? There's a trade?
No, he said unless there's a trade.
Did you say unless, or did you say there is? Or did he hang up?
I think he hung up.
The suspense.
I think you said at 22, and then he said unless there's a trade.
I see what you're saying, because the Eagles, there's been talks of the Eagles
Yeah.
trading up. We've heard rumors about the Eagles going up in the draft to get Terrion Armstead or Quinion Mitchell. I don't know how I feel about that. How do you Eagles fans?
Quinion Mitchell.
Armstead, I do like Armstead. I think he would be a great team or a great teammate to be, right? I think he's like really. I don't know about moving up for him though, to be honest.
Because
He might, if he falls there, that would be a good deal. But if they move up, there's just a lot of picks. Worth.
What position does he play, if I may ask?
Corner. So
Corner.
Armstead and Quinion Mitchell are both corners.
Okay, yeah, okay. I had to make sure I remember
But
correctly.
I don't think they should move up. I think they should stay where they are.
I mean, are we really in a desperate situation? We're not necessarily in a desperate situation for corner.
1, 2, 3.
Rough one right there.
We're not in a desperate situation for corner at all, honestly. If anything, I feel like we need
So one of these guys.
linebackers first. Because, I mean, we still have Kylie Ringo. Maddox is coming back. The only problem with him is
Injuries.
he has to stay healthy. Yeah, that's the only problem. He's a good corner. It's just he has to stay healthy.
Titans pick is in.
Titans pick isn't.
But yeah, that's the deal with the Eagles. It's just like Armstead and Mitchell. A meteoric rise for Mitchell is huge. But again, these guys are like mid-first rounders. They're guys, it's not like we're going at Pat Surtain's, Sauce Gardner's, Derek Stingley's, guys that are going early.
Yeah, Goodell
They're
rising.
about to.
Hit the microphone for us, Eli.
Okay.
The Tennessee
Holy
Titans
shit.
reach and select J.C. Latham, offensive tackle, Alabama. This always happens.
Going 18th.
This is why I love the draft, because this is when it gets heated. This is when I get mad. You're looking at here's a guy. Olu Fashanu, great tackle out of Penn State, potentially the best tackle in this draft. And you're looking at J.C. Latham, who I have Tylee Sfalago going before J.C. Latham. Now, these guys are on the same skill level, but these are mid-first rounders. J.C. Latham at 7, trade the pick at that point, because you could have traded with the Bengals, who would have moved up for Olu. You could have traded with the Seahawks. You could have traded with the not the Patriots at 13. They're not actually at 13. You could have traded with the Patriots to move up there. Anyone. You could have traded with a bunch of teams who want offensive linemen to get Olu and then fall back to get JC.
Is the pick already in?
Because
Yes.
that was the
their
JC.
pick.
No. Oh.
JC Latham.
Yeah, because I had JC going 18 to 12 to the Bengals.
Oh, you said
that's
you're right.
exactly where I had
Exactly.
the perspective.
Yeah.
You said I'm ahead.
The first one I had Tylee Sfalago there. And then I had J.C. Latham going even later to the Cowboys, actually, in my second one. And he wasn't in my first one.
A mock
I need
draft,
to-
but I didn't have any. I didn't do any preparation. I ain't do no prep work.
I did it today.
This
I
man,
did it
this man
hours
cheated.
before
This man
the meeting.
cheated. I'm like, John had to
I
put
looked
in
at
over
Twitter.
like 10
I'm not
hours
looking at
of
Twitter
research, bro.
Oh,
to
did you
get
see
this,
the next
bro.
one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because we're still late.
The next pick's already in.
Yeah.
No way.
I mean, like,
Did it say who it was, or it just said it's in?
I saw who it was.
Oh, okay. So this is
As soon as it's in, I get a notification seeing who it is.
okay.
That's
That's Falcons. So
the Falcons. Oh, Falcons pick should be simple.
Yeah, there
it
it
should
is.
be Dallas
There
Turner.
you go.
Yeah.
Dallas.
Dallas Turner was in my mock. Dallas Turner is best defensive player in this draft.
I mean, we're gonna get our wish. We're gonna get our wish
Okay.
that all
Okay.
the quarterbacks are gonna go 1st.
Mhm.
All the quarterbacks, and we're gonna get that premium pick at 22 right there.
Calm Terran Armstead made massive fall.
Watch.
So the deal with the Falcons pick is it's consensus that we have had no defensive picks. This draft is not hugely defensive. So the Falcons, they've recently hired Raheem Morris, former defensive coordinator of Los Angeles, Rams, and then their offensive coordinator is Zach Gordon, the former pass game coordinator for the Rams. So.
Oh, that's chemistry right there.
Yeah. So that aside, he's got a great offense to work with. Raheem Morris is going to want to build the defense because Falcons offense has weapons. They've got Kyle Pitts, Drake London, Tyler Algier, Bijan Robinson, and now Kirk Cousins.
Mm-hmm.
So they've got to address defense, which is great because the Falcons defense is already pretty good. So we're assuming the consensus best defensive player in this draft is going to be Dallas Turner. They're going to go Dallas Turner. He's a great edge rusher all around, good player. He's nothing, I wouldn't say he's nothing special, but like he doesn't get me excited like guys like Tyree Wilson did, Will Anderson, but that's just the nature that this draft is a little weaker, but it's a good pick for them. And I'm assuming that's the pick here. Shocked we have had no trades. It's a little disappointing. No trades in the top 10 so far. Going all the way through the top 10 without a trade. We have heard some stuff about Chicago might trade at 9. But again, disappointed to hear no trades in the top 10.
Yeah, I don't know. They're getting a little sparing this year. But honestly, all of these teams that are picking these players kind of need them. Like the top 10 picks, they need their players. So I highly doubt I highly doubt they aren't gonna trade ups or trade
Chicago
downs.
could trade the 9th. I'd rather see them use it
For
on
who?
something on defense.
For who?
Defense or O-line.
See,
Yeah, they do need a
O-line
Their
or
O-line's
like
terrible.
I mean, I feel like they could still maybe strengthen up on like either corners or like D-line. The Bears, because they got some secondary pieces. Like they just picked up
they just picked up the contract for Jalen Johnson.
Jalen Johnson. Don't
Okay,
they have
hit
Kevin
the
Martin? All
hit the
right,
mute. We got.
No, they really got Mike
yo.
Penix.
What? You're lying.
What a waste of a pick.
What are you doing?
Michael Penix, you are Kirk Cousins' backup for like 3 years.
Why would you draft a backup quarterback?
Well,
With the
God,
eighth?
good love move.
This is even worse than the Jordan Love at the end of the.
I mean, it wasn't worth.
And I thought J.C. Latham was
beat
bad.
you in
But
the
then
playoffs.
again, you know what? You know
I
what?
don't
I want to
know.
hear it. All right, take it like this. Maybe unpopular opinion, right? This may or may not be a hot take, but there is a possibility. What, lad? We've seen Kirk Cousins have issues with consistency. There is a possibility that Penix may or may not be their starter if they develop him enough.
Not anytime soon. Not anytime soon.
That's what I'm saying. And he's
Kirk
already-
Cousins is there to be this like franchise guy. He's there for like 3 seasons, unless he's absolutely trash. But I don't believe he would be.
Let's pull up the Kirk Cousins contract right now. I have it from Spotrac. The Kirk Cousins contract is a 4-year, $180 million contract. You just drafted a quarterback at 8 to sit behind a guy for 4 years. I don't understand that. There's no basis to that. It doesn't make sense. What's the reason for that?
If you were gonna do that, you might as well just trade the pick.
This is the stupidest pick I've ever seen in the draft. I've been watching the draft since Patrick Mahomes was drafted. I've been watching Mitchell Trubisky. The first real draft I watched was the Mitchell Trubisky. All I was like, oh, we got Carson Wentz the 1 year. The next year, I made a little on paper in my health class instead of paying attention. All 32 picks and like Myles Garrett, all of them. And I was like, oh, Mitchell Trubisky, I didn't even have him because I was like, no clue what I was doing. And didn't know any of them. But drafting a quarterback
Don't worry about
when you have a 4-year, $180 million quarterback?
Wait, no.
With $100 million guaranteed.
I didn't see it.
Picking a quarterback to sit, let alone 2 years, but 4 is wild. I just don't understand. There's no reason for this. And not only to do that, but get a guy. Like, I see Michael Penix has a higher ceiling than McCarthy, in my opinion.
Right.
McCarthy has a higher floor than Penix, but Penix has had injury issues. Penix could lead this offense, could be a dynamic quarterback. I thought Penix is one of my guys. He's one of my winners, one of my heroes. You know, he's a guy that has a lot of heart, plays the game. He's got a great mind, got a lot of heart. But he's not extremely talented. He's not above and beyond. He's not something that I would go, I need that guy at 8. He's something that I would be like, maybe I take him 15, 20 if I really need a quarterback. Maybe a year sit. I see a year sit.
It's the Bears
$4,
picking.
Honestly, if they really felt like they needed a QB, they could have waited until the second round to pick up one.
Yeah, and that's the thing is they didn't even have to draft a QB this draft. They could have waited, like a year or two. See like what other prospects come up.
Have Kirk Cousins.
Yeah,
for
that's the
4
thing. You're
years.
committing to him for the long term. Like he says, he's basically gonna retire there, or at least he's gonna play there to the end of his career. Like he doesn't want to keep moving around. He's gonna be a Falcon. Like, I mean, we don't know if like injuries or anything's gonna happen that, but as it stands, he's a Falcon.
What are the odds, though? I mean, well, we did say the same thing with Aaron Rodgers. What are the odds of him getting injured and then 4 plays into the game he got fucking injured?
Yeah,
so
I mean,
Zach
it
Wilson
can
had to
work
play the
out.
rest
It
of the
just,
season.
it kind of seems like it's screwing over Penix.
It's-
Because that's what happened
it's
with
the
Jordan
Bears
Love.
picking.
Was, Packers were like, draft a receiver,
Bears
draft a
picking
receiver.
him.
They picked Jordan Love, backup quarterback for Aaron Rodgers. At that point, he was still like their guy.
Right.
So, and Jordan Love sat for like 3 years and then
But
played
then
his first
you
full
s-
season to his 4th year of his contract.
But you see what he became though. Like he
did.
took that young
But it
team
does
to the
hurt
playoffs.
him in the long run because those are years that he doesn't get to play.
And you got to think, mute. We got Bears.
Jose going to the Giants because I thought Neighbors was going to go to Chargers.
Chargers.
Mm-hmm.
I like this for the Bears.
I like this. I've talked about this before. I said it on the show. I'm very in between. Oftentimes, I don't know if I mocked it to them. I think I may have I did in my last mock. I mocked O'Dunes on just like, I have to. I like the guy a lot. He's got, again, that Washington team all across the board played with heart. And so it's all with him. And he's very good technically. Like his footwork, his ability. He's a great receiver. He gets open. He's great. It makes you excited to watch him, his highlights and all. So I liked O'Dunes. And Keenan Allen, he's got a 2-year contract. He breaks down every year more and more. DJ Moore only does so much as a receiver.
But DJ Moore.
Well, no, it's not. It's not that DJ Moore only does so much. It's that look at who he had throwing to him. I mean, I love Justin Fields. Justin Fields is great, but his decision making wasn't that fast, and his ability to get the balls out on time accurately and all of that wasn't really that great either. But that is also attributed to the fact that his offensive line is pure garbage. Who's going to him now?
They do have 2. They have Darnell Wright and is it Darnell Wright? And who's the other one?
They have Darnell Wright tackle.
And then there's one on the left tackle.
Who's
But
their
those two-
Who's their QB right now?
They got rid of Justin.
Yeah, I know they got rid of Justin Fields. So who was their one? Or they haven't picked one yet.
Caleb's the one.
Oh, Caleb is the
Yeah.
one. Oh, Caleb.
Because it would have just been Badgen.
Yeah,
From last
Caleb
year.
Williams. We got him.
Caleb Williams is basically coming in to start.
Yeah.
So Sean, I don't know if Sean's watching, but Sean is from Sean's Takes. We haven't heard him for a while. He's really just been on the basement. But doesn't like this pick because he's right Keenan Allen right now. He's a top 10 receiver last year. Like, here's the deal. Keenan Allen is getting older. Keenan Allen is a 2-year contract. Chargers didn't want to extend it for a reason. These drop-offs hit hard. And you never know what's going to happen.
Do you honestly think he's going to drop off, though? I mean, honestly, we have to see what Caleb Williams can do in the NFL in order to determine if Keenan Allen is going to fall off or not. But the fact that he may or may not even be the primary weapon may be what'll be the difference between him on the Chargers and him on the Bears.
But I did see them taking a wide receiver, the Bears.
Did the
They did.
Vikings just traded the Jets? Did that just happen? Or did that happen a while? That must have just happened, right?
I think it just happened.
That had to have just happened. The Vikings have just traded the Jets. They're going to take J.J. McCarthy.
Yeah.
Draft tracker. I think they'd be saying something about it. Did this happen? Did we miss
But
this?
I don't know why.
John
I don't know.
sounds like he's having an aneurysm.
He's gotta figure this
I don't know why they.
He's like,
When did this happen?
There's no way.
Aren't they
right?
behind? They're one pick behind. Why did they
Wait.
trade?
Well, see, here's the deal. Oftentimes,
Oh, they did.
you'll see teams will move because like there's fighting, like people are trying to get to a pick. So like you look at the Cardinals pick, for example. The Patriots would like, or not the Patriots. You have the Giants at 6. There's no one taking a quarterback between the Patriots and the Giants. And if the Giants wanted a quarterback, you'd think, well, they might as well just wait. But oftentimes, there's other teams calling the Cardinals like, I want to trade up for you. And then the Giants are like, oh, well, then the team getting a quarterback is going to trade up, and they're going to take my guy. So there may have been teams calling the Jets, like you may have had the Raiders calling the Jets. The Giants may have been calling the Jets. Broncos being like, yo, I want to trade with you. And the Jets are saying to the Vikings, be like, how badly do you want this pick? Because everyone else is offering me this and that. And, Minnesota, if they're bluffing or not, they've got to buy it depending on how much they want it. So Minnesota made a trade. I don't have the trade details, and I'd really like them because this is really good from the Jets if they get something nice in here. But let's see. We got some more responses from Sean. No, we don't. Never mind. Also, he's upset that they're going to get JJ for free. Not for free. They had to trade. I mean, this would be easier if Sean was just watching. But he's with his girlfriend. I really wish we could find out what these trade details are.
Let me see if I can find it real quick.
Yeah, I'm trying to look.
No. Oh, here it is.
We got him?
Yeah.
Adam Schefter. Oh, I need Twitter up. Why don't I have Twitter up?
Twitter is everything.
Here we go.
Twitter is
Wait,
everything.
so what are the details?
Twitter is
That's a
everything.
lot.
Twitter is details.
Oh
everything.
my. Wait.
Whoa.
We need to
Whoa.
know these
Wait.
details.
Wait.
Whoa.
All right, John, pull it up.
What
John,
is-
pull it
what
up.
are
Pull it
you
up. Pull it up.
doing,
Pull it up.
We got
Let me see what we got here.
So Adam Schefter
Wait, going up
says,
here.
okay,
Oh yeah, right there.
here are the trade
Yeah.
terms. Vikings traded number 11 overall, a 4th round pick, and a 5th round pick to the Jets in exchange for number 10 and
A
pick
4th and
number
a
2 or
5th?
3.
That's not terrible.
Okay.
First
Move
round
up
swap
one.
and a 4th and a 5th.
That's a good trade. That's a good trade. Oh wow, I missed this. I need to have this open. I missed this. Adam Schefter said one source said there's a 0% chance Patriots trade number 3 overall. Again, I disagree with that. It's not about me being right. It's whether or not it is about me being right, my predictions. But it's about my disagreements. I think your pick is bad. Not that I didn't predict it. You made the wrong pick, which I thoroughly believe with the Penix pick. Wild. I just can't
Yeah, I don't understand.
fathom. His rookie contract will be almost up. He will be up for a 5th-year option by the time he gets only one chance to be good. Only one chance to prove himself. I don't understand. And not to mention, Penix is an older quarterback. He is 24, I believe, Michael Penix. Like, he's going to be 28 when he starts for the first time. Presumably, right? And he's 23.
Yeah,
but
it's
he's
not that much of a difference.
No. He turns 24 in May.
Okay, so yes, 24.
He's 24.
He's gonna be
He's going to be 24 at the start of the season. He'll be 28 by the time Kirk Cousins' contract is up. Why would you take a guy going to be 28 by the time your current franchise quarterback presumably will either leave or retire? I just don't understand that at all. It's not just the fact that they took him, it's the level they took him at. Like, trade down for that or something, you know? He's not worth 8. You could get someone else at 8. You could get more value for the 8th pick if you trade down. And you don't take someone who's not going to start for the next 4 years at 8.
Yeah.
I mean, I just don't understand the Penix pick. Terrible pick. Worst
I
thing.
wish they would give us like their thoughts. Like if teams would give us thoughts on why they chose their picks, that would be.
Oh, well, they
that'd
will.
be cool.
They'll do the press conferences after, and they'll be like, "We liked what we saw. We do have Raheem Morris really liked Michael Penix. I did before I started making my mock drafts before free agency was up, like right before free agency happened. And I started thinking about it. You know, I made it together just thinking, I'm like, you know, I like at 8 the Falcons taking Penix because I like Penix. I think he's going to be good. I think he could be good. I like him more than JJ. He's got a higher ceiling, but a lower floor. So he's, you know, it's a bigger risk. But you know, injuries and all, and like just overall talent. But then they got Kirk Cousins. I'm like, oh, no shot they take a quarterback. Well, I thought Penix would be a nice pick at 8, and then his draft stock even fell too. But I thought it would be a solid pick at 8. I wouldn't hate them for that. It's the fact that they then took Kirk Cousins and then picked the quarterback who was mediocre, above average at this point, when they could have taken a quarterback next year, the year after that, the year after that, the year after that. I mean, there's plenty of time to take a quarterback in the next 4 years of Kirk Cousins' contract. The fact that you took one now with your 8th pick, if the Falcons are good, this would be the last 8th pick they have for a while.
Pick is in.
Pick is in? The pick is
should
in
be.
for the Vikings. Vikings pick.
All right.
JJ McCarthy.
All right.
Look, I'm not over the moon with JJ, but I've been saying this is the guy for Minnesota. I thought they were going to move up more for them, but they didn't have to, clearly. So good for them. Great move by the Vikings. They didn't have to give up much to go up for him. They made sure they got him at 10. You know, they may have called early before anyone else called, just to make sure they could secure that. So I like McCarthy for them. McCarthy is nothing special. He plays pro-style offense. He has a solid arm, great accuracy. When I watched him in Michigan, I'm a Michigan fan. I was like, I love his accuracy. He gets the ball where he needs to be most of the time. He sometimes, like, he reminded me of Brett Favre watching him. Some of his passes were like, oh, JJ. But, like, most of the time he throws really good passes, makes good decisions. He has that 27-1 record, but again, is that attributed to him or is it attributed to the rest of the team? Got engaged to his long-term girlfriend, Kate
In January.
Juarez. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Imagine if she left him right because he didn't get picked in the top 10.
What's his name?
He did. He made it just barely.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
barely.
Like Will Levis.
Will Levis.
His supermodel of a girlfriend, bro. Her like, yeah.
Wild.
No. It was like her whole outfit from the draft, like when she was there with him, was like crazy. I think that was the only reason people like knew who she was.
Yeah, people were all crazy about Will Levis'
Like, who's that
girlfriend.
girl next to Will Levis?
But
All right, okay.
he plays well. He's got a good arm. He can get better. A lot of people like him. Jim Harbaugh preaches for him a lot. But again, you know, of course he is. He's a former coach. It's just, you know, he's got a high floor, in my opinion. McCarthy has a high floor. Well, I wouldn't say high floor, but his floor is not low. His floor is at average. He's going to be a Brock Purdy type guy. I don't know if he's going to go above and beyond like Brock Purdy does sometimes, but he's going to be at least what Brock Purdy is on the and that's good for the Minnesota offense because they just need a guy to get the ball, Justin Jefferson or Jordan Addison.
That's it, yeah.
Kind of like the Niners offense. So it's a good pick for them. It solves their quarterback problem of losing Kirk Cousins, and I like the pick. Jets pick is in though.
Yeah,
Jets right now.
Do not check
Do not check.
Twitter.
Jets.
Okay.
I think
I picked Tally's.
Tyrese Fuagua
Yeah.
with
Whoa.
Olu still in the. You still have Olu on the board.
Yeah,
I think
they go old.
I think you go Olu here. He passed through Tennessee, so that's good. I like Olu here. It'd be a good pick. It'd be a good pick overall. Build up that line. If not
Definitely
Olu,
line.
I-
Definitely line.
Because
if not Olu, Bowers. Because tight ends are like a certain percentage of the line. Bowers is a do it all around. He's not mainly a blocking tight end, but he's a great receiver.
Aaron Rodgers needs some help.
Yeah.
Yes, he does.
Well, it's not really Aaron Rodgers needs help. It's Garrett
No.
Wilson needs the help because
Yeah,
Garrett Wilson just
needs
gets
the help,
doubled.
yeah.
There's nothing you can do about it because why would they cover anyone else?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think Bowers would be a good pick, but the best pick and the pick I'm going to mock for them right here is Olu Olu
So it's
Muyiwa. Olumuyiwa?
yeah.
Olumuyiwa.
Uh,
Fashanu.
I just-
Offensive tackle out of Penn State.
Yeah,
What about you guys?
definitely O-line at least.
They do need an O-line.
Like you can draft
It's
Bowers
either
and like it
him or
would make the
Bowers.
offense better and like it would be another weapon, but like you really got to preserve Aaron Rodgers, especially after what happened last season. You can't have that happen again.
Yeah.
Like you can't just have him like
After
go
the
in for
fourth
one
play.
game, play like a whole drive, not even a whole drive. You play 4 snaps and then that's it.
4 snaps is crazy.
4 snaps is crazy.
So
That's
definitely
probably
preserve-
the fastest
There you
I've
go.
ever seen
Definitely
anybody.
Hit the
preserve-
mute, hit
let's
the mute.
That's a
O
W.
line.
Olumuyiwa.
They needed.
Fashanu.
That's the only thing they needed, really.
Yeah.
Their O line. They just need to make their O line better. They have such a terrible field that they don't need no pressure on the quarterback.
This kind of reminds me of the Tristan Wirfs pick when Tampa Bay had signed when they drafted him in like the first round for Tom Brady, like when the first year being a Buccaneer.
Yeah.
I'm getting like similar vibes. Like you got to protect your veteran quarterback, especially if he's going to do that much for your franchise.
Yeah, and look what it did. They won a Super Bowl with Tristan.
They did.
It helped his rookie season. It was a great move. I like that comparison because that's what I get here. He's a great pass blocker. Gets around, or not gets around. He doesn't let players get around. We got this highlight right here. Watch, he's opening a hole for his quarterback. He moves the defender where he wants them to be. He doesn't let them get close to the quarterback. He keeps him out. He keeps good footwork, good stance. At 6'6", he's towering but can still get leverage. That's like my perfect offensive tackle height.
Okay, this is where they said, okay, no,
The pick is in.
They
with
didn't
9
trade.
minutes.
I thought they were going to trade or they were going to do something with
A
it.
trade with the Broncos. Now the pick is
Interesting.
in for the Broncos with 9 minutes left. That's interesting.
Yeah,
That is
they
interesting.
They did that really quick.
Quick
Yeah, I
pick
was about to
right
say,
there.
That is a,
They knew.
That's
probably one of the
This-
quickest
no,
picks I've ever seen.
I think someone highly
next.
they thought highly of came down to the. Could they possibly draft another quarterback?
So the quarterback they'd be picking here would
Well,
be Bo Nix.
would
He's
be
the
Bo
only
Nix.
quarterback who could feasibly be taken in the first round left on the board.
I had them going defense here, I believe.
Well,
I think
Who was
I had
that?
them going
They-
Jared Verse.
oh, because they
I
had
had late
Zach
too.
Wilson as their QB. Yeah, nobody wants Zach Wilson as
Yeah.
their starter. That's like Zach Wilson as
Yeah,
their
Bro, it's like we were
starter.
talking about the one day.
Oh,
they got Wilson
no.
for Wilson.
They got Wilson for Wilson,
Yeah.
and they got the worst Wilson.
They
No,
got the worst
but
Wilson
now
ever,
that
too.
now that Bo fell down, I don't think it's a horrible pick, but I definitely do think they need a quarterback.
It's just another white quarterback for
They
them to
do.
draft.
They do need a quarterback.
Bob Marley.
Jacob McCarthy.
Yeah,
I think-
McCarthy has swag. It looks like.
I think the pick here, I had them going Jared Verse, but now with you have Dallas Turner still on the board. I think the move is Dallas Turner, and that might be why they went so fast.
That I put late too. I don't know.
Late
There
two.
too.
Late
Yeah.
two.
I like Latu Latu.
I want.
Not to.
I don't want them to pick Latu. I want him to fall.
I think he's going to fall. I think Latu Latu is one of my heroes. He plays with heart. That guy broke his neck. They thought he would never play football again, and then he came back, played. Now injury issues are a concern for some people. He's got some technique issues, in my opinion, but this guy plays like a dog, literally like a dog. Like you take your golden retriever and you throw a ball, and they're gonna freak out and go run for it and go through anything that like they have to get through. He plays like that. He's going all over the place, moving. It's like he has infinite stamina. This guy does not care about throwing up on the field or anything. He's putting 100%, 110% in every play. And I love Latu Latu for that. But when you have a guy like Dallas Turner, Latu has a very low floor. He could be a very easy bust with those injury issues and the technique issues. Jared Verse is a higher floor, but a lower ceiling, in my opinion, than Latu. Latu has a higher ceiling, but the higher floor and potentially higher ceiling is Dallas Turner. I think the easy pick here, if you're going edge, is Dallas Turner. But we have to see what they go. If they go Bo Nix, which at this point, seeing Michael Penix in the first round, I don't even know what the moves are anymore.
But technique can be improved upon.
Yeah,
With our defensive coordinator, he knows what he's doing. He will teach. I think he would be a good teacher to, and who, he's a linebacker, right? No,
He's an edge rusher, but
edge.
he edge rusher position the linebacker. He's the linebacker on the depth chart.
Huh. We might have, actually, we don't have any vets anymore at linebacker, I don't think.
Well, we have Bryce Huff.
Bryce Huff, yeah, but he.
I still think that was a bad trade, bro. I still think that was a bad trade to this day, bro. Giving Hassan Reddick away was terrible, bro. To the Jets of all teams, the Jets, who already have probably one of the best defenses in the league, and we just gave them another piece.
But we
be
gave
dominant
him we
with.
gave him on the AFC, so we don't care.
I'll never see him. Not our problem.
It's not our problem.
I gonna miss Hassan. I loved Hassan. He's one of my favorite players. But I respect the trade. It's a potential second. It was a better trade from the Jets side, but it doesn't mean it was a bad trade from the Eagles side. I respect the Jets for being like conditional on the second. Being like, we got to get a guy who plays ball for you to get that second. And then if he doesn't, we'll give you a third, which is still good considering had he been on the Eagles, you would have seen nothing from him. If he gets under those conditions of like 65% of snaps or less than 10 sacks, then he would have been worth a third round pick or less anyways. So it's a fair trade. It's smart for the Jets to make a conditional pick though. And again, Bryce Huff is way younger. We basically did a swap of Bryce Huff and Hassan Reddick with a pick for the Jets.
And then he was sack hunting that whole year.
That is the rumors I've heard. I've heard this too.
That's why that's probably why our run offense was so bad. Like everyone was running on us all year. He was.
Wait, who was sack hunting? Hassan?
Hassan.
There have been rumors out of the locker room, coaches, that he was sack hunting. He was just going for the plays, not necessarily the best moves. And the pick is in for the Broncos. I'm going Dallas Turner.
I had him.
Oh my gosh.
Bo Nix. They got picked up. Bo Nix.
I mocked it before the Zach Wilson trade. It doesn't mean I liked it.
I knew they went too fast. They would have had time. Anyone else, they saw Bo Nix fall and they were like, that's perfect.
Oh my gosh.
But it's
fall. He fall.
Where is he at on the? Where is Bo Nix at in
How would we compare him to like Jarrett Stidham?
So Bo Nix is a good runner. He's mobile quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
He runs a lot, but he has issues. He's old. He's a worse Michael. Well, Michael Penix doesn't run as much as Bo Nix. Bo Nix runs more than Michael Penix. I don't like Bo Nix for that. I don't. See, look, here's the deal. I talked about this on the show. I said they could go Bo Nix here. I've heard they love Bo Nix a lot. But here's the deal. I think Bo Nix is a second-round quarterback. I don't think he should be taken in the first round. And especially with Dallas Turner sitting there, this seriously changes things. This Vegas pick will be interesting. I don't know if they go for him because of Max Crosby having that and having Tyree Wilson. So I don't think they're going to take Dallas Turner. That changes things. New Orleans maybe the next, the guy who's going to replace Cam Jordan. I don't know, but that is insane.
But I don't think they wanted
a mobile quarterback in Denver.
They needed
They could have just kept Wilson. I mean, he's older.
They don't want Zach Wilson.
No, not Zach
No, he's
Wilson.
not.
No,
I'm
I
talking
know,
about Royce.
I know, but I'm talking about right now. They don't want Zach Wilson to play.
Okay, well, yeah, they don't want Zach Wilson at all.
They wanted someone that.
I don't see why you would
that
trade
could-
for him if you don't want him.
No, they wanted.
They
him-
like his potential. He's the Sam Howell kind of guy, but
Yeah.
I don't like the Bo Nix pick.
I
Look,
might rather have Sam Howell than Wilson.
I would rather have Sam Howell than
And I
Wilson.
definitely
I
would
think
have.
anybody would have Sam Howell over
It's just-
Wilson.
Bo Nix. It's like Michael Penix and Bo Nix. These guys were not supposed to be taken to the second round, late first, and you're taking them these high. Look, I mocked it only because I heard so much, and I just know the Broncos. They're that type of guy. They would take that. They would go and just reach for that quarterback.
I wonder.
They do this stuff. That's Broncos. Broncos country is just pure
Let's
reaching
ride.
for a quarterback.
Let's ride.
That's right.
Let's ride. But, you know,
I don't know. I want to know how their
D-line
fans feel about
Raiders.
that.
The Raiders.
for the Raiders,
Raiders.
I've got
D-line?
D-line. I got Raiders.
You've got
D-line.
D-line?
They want their.
What, they need
want-
somebody across
I-
from
I had-
Max Crosby, right?
I had the Raiders trading up this pick to go for a quarterback. But before I
Wow.
had them trading up, I had the Raiders taking
Brock Bowers.
Terry and Armstead. I do support this.
That would be
actually.
good.
Brock
If the-
Bowers is still there.
That is true.
That's
I don't
crazy.
know.
If the Raiders aren't going to trade, and if they aren't, the pick is in. But if they aren't going to take a quarterback, which is evident now, because please don't go for a quarterback now. Look, you already took my 2 second-round guys. Please don't be reaching any farther than that. God, if I see Spencer Rattler come out in this first round, the stream's over. Oh, we have the pick. Mute.
We got the pick. That was an excellent call.
I knew they were gonna get someone on offense. They need some offensive help. They with their quarterback, he needs some help.
How
Minshew.
you could get all the help in the world. Who the fuck is gonna throw it? Who's gonna throw it?
They have
Gardner?
Minshew.
Gardner
Minshew didn't do bad last season, bro.
He went to the playoffs.
He carried the Colts.
No,
He is
but
at
it
least-
was Shane Steichen. I definitely think
It was definitely
Shane
Steichen.
Steichen.
I mean, no,
But-
maybe he didn't
but-
carry the Colts because he had
but-
Pittman. Pittman.
Gardner-
He did have Michael Pittman
Pittman
too.
carried the Colts, but
Gardner Minshew
Minshew's not a bad.
is not a
Raiders
scrub.
quarterback.
He's not a scrub.
It's not like their franchise is fucked having him as their quarterback this season. He can at least get them to the playoffs with a talented roster.
But they're so they
So who does
All
he
the
have
quarterback-
around him? Who is
Devontae's
his
still
receivers?
yeah Devontae's still there.
So yeah, so in Vegas, I would have liked to see defense, only because they have Antonio Pierce. But I also do like seeing going offense because they have Antonio Pierce, who made a good defense last season. I love Brock Bowers. I thought he was a great pick. I really want to see him plugged into that Jets offense or somewhere where he, like the Chargers, where he just has a huge role. But this is good for him too. You now have 2 dynamic targets in the Raiders offense. You have a guy who's coming off the line, which is nice because they're losing Hunter Renfrow, so he can't play slot anymore.
Oh yeah, they lost.
So I like Gardner Minshew has 2 easy targets now. They can get a guy next year like Shadur. This is good. This opens opportunities for the Raiders. I like this pick. This is a great pick. They got lucky with him falling this far. They didn't pull the trigger on going up for a quarterback, and it paid off.
Yeah, and someone like Brock Bowers, he could be like more impactful as like Sam Laporta. Like he could change your offense and how he does it. And he's pretty I would say generational.
it seems like they got their new Darren Waller because when he was there,
Yeah.
he was a really good talent for him. And then they lost him. He went to the Giants, but now they have like someone to fill that tight end slot. Help Minshew at least for this year.
How is their line looking?
Their line, it's not terrible. It's not great.
It's like middle
It's
of
not
the pack.
recognizable.
It's middle of the pack. It was not. I did not think that line was the biggest need. The Raiders have issues. Line is not the biggest need, but that's not to say like they should be incredibly confident in it. I could see, O-line in second round for the Raiders. I believe they have second picks.
But Raiders, Brock Bowers, I stand on that. That's a good pick for them.
Yeah, they have 44. So
Who's the next pick?
up next is the Saints. I have the Saints taking Byron Murphy, the defensive lineman out of Texas. Byron Murphy is he's the best interior defensive lineman. I think it would pair well with Cam Jordan and make that line well. But
Yeah, because he needs some help.
But do you go Dallas Turner here? The best, in my opinion, best defensive player in this draft, which, by the way, we are at 14, I believe, and have yet to see a defensive player taken.
No, so I don't think it's going to be defensive player. Another offense.
That's insane.
I did originally have them taking Troy Faltano
I definitely.
at tackle.
Troy Fatano. I have him going to the Seahawks. He's the interior lineman out of Washington.
Definitely think they're going to try to go.
What?
Definitely think they could go offense.
I was originally thinking offensive line.
Offensive.
I mean, Turner would be really good though.
Yeah.
Put him
They
with
need
fucking-
somebody.
Put him with Cam Jordan.
Yeah, I was about to say they need somebody who can pair well with Cam Jordan. Because I mean, as much as I love Cam Jordan, and I think he's an excellent defensive end.
The pick is in.
Pick is in.
Yeah.
Because who else is on that line?
Oh, we might be behind a little bit.
Yeah, we're behind.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, good. He's an excellent defensive end. He can't do it by himself. He
Who else
needs
is
some
on that
help.
D-line?
The
They don't
D-line.
have really anybody
Yeah, they got
notable.
Cam Jordan. Let me pull it up. I might recognize a name or two.
They definitely could benefit from Turner.
I'm going back. I'm happy with that pick. I told you they're gonna go wide receiver.
I wanted defense, but
No, they have a pretty good defense. They got TJ
TJ Edwards.
Edwards. They
Is it
got
Khalil Mack? No,
No,
not
he's
Khalil
on the
Mack. He's
Chargers.
on the Chargers now. Yeah.
what's it called?
Yeah, they had Jalen Johnson. They
Jalen
have,
Johnson.
They wasn't it Byard or something?
Byard, they
Yeah.
got Byard there.
That's what I'm saying, they
Even
had
though
secondary
even
help.
though Byard didn't do much with us,
Well,
he got plugged. He got plugged in like mid-season, so he didn't.
Yeah.
And he started doing a little stuff. We saw a pick.
we
from
saw
him.
glimpses. Yeah, we saw glimpses of what he could
still
have done.
he still disrupts.
Yeah, I was saying the
offense.
secondary was
Um,
strong. I was looking for more like corner help for Jalen Johnson or
Yeah.
a D-line help. But
Yeah, but I definitely think getting their young Caleb Williams a actual offensive target, another offensive target. Is
yeah, it's not
important.
bad at all.
It's important.
I mean, that's a pretty good setup for. I mean, he's got
Is it back
what's his name from Philly, the running back, Swift now.
Yeah,
He
Swift.
does have Swift,
Target.
yeah.
Yeah, Swift.
Oh, I
1,000
forgot.
yards.
I definitely forgot that they got Swift. Yeah, because we ended up going for Saquon.
So, yeah, I think we're looking at the Saints' defense. It's a bit lackluster, but most of the Saints is lackluster. I think.
Showing him.
Oh, they're showing Dallas Turner. I think the pick here should be Dallas Turner. Look, if they want to go interior defensive line to build up that through the interior straight from out, you go Byron Murphy or maybe Jerzon Newton. Jerzon Newton I've talked about before. People have him ranked real differently. Some have him up best defensive lineman in the draft. Some have him down under Byron Murphy. Byron Murphy's a very safe pick. It's got a high floor. Not a higher ceiling, I don't think, than Newton, but Murphy does have issues. Dallas Turner's a safer pick than Murphy. We've got Nick Saban out here is actually commentating on Turner, which is crazy because Turner played for him just this year. But no, I think they should go Turner. He's got a higher ceiling than Murphy. He's got way less technical issues than Murphy. Murphy has had some issues with pass rushing. It might not transfer to the NFL. So taking Turner and then Cam Jordan, passing the torch to Turner will be a great move for New Orleans. I think they go Dallas Turner right here. You're waiting for this pick to come in, though. Now, I don't know how much this affects the next couple of picks because for the Eagles, for all those homers out there watching, we have 2 Eagles fans here, and I don't know, Paul might be coming at some point. Another Eagles fan. Well, I'm also an Eagles fan, but that's like known. The Saints selection just popped up on there. I haven't seen it yet.
I was right. I called it.
I called offensive tackle too. I called offensive tackle too.
No, that's fucking
We're good
weird.
with the sauce. We're good.
That's weird.
I called offensive tackle.
I'm not mad.
Well, what?
at that.
I don't see the point in them giving
I'm telling you,
offensive
no
tackle.
offense
They-
or no defense.
I do feel like they did miss out on Turner.
And then
If
we're
Turner
gonna
was
get
still
the
there
best defensive
for my
player.
mock, I probably wouldn't have picked Talise, but I think at that point I had him going. So
Well, what is
Right
the
now.
implication of them getting
So,
Talise?
again, like I said, the Saints' defense is lackluster, but that's not to say there's something else on the Saints that isn't lackluster.
Mhm.
Like most of the Saints is kind of falling apart. They're at the end of an era. They're kind of trying to hold something before they have to go rebuild, but they're just not accepting it. It's kind of that weird phase some teams go through. But they had Trevor Penning. They picked Cesar Ruiz, and I believe Eric McCoy. Ryan Ramczyk, very good. I guess they're not. I don't think I think Trevor Penning has had issues, and it's not panning out. So this is probably going to replace Trevor Penning. Talise Fragua, very good. He's like I trust him as a player. I think he is the 3rd best tackle in this draft. I think it's a good move there. Again, the Latham pick, he has run blocking issues. J.C. Latham is a very known pass blocker. I know that's good, I guess, for Tennessee, that he's good at pass blocking for Will Levis, but at the same time, they love to run in there. I know that they've changed the regime. They've got no more Vrabel, but like, you should have gone for a guy like Fuagua, who's more well-rounded than Latham. But this is probably the last very good offensive tackle who's very well-rounded. I like this pick. I was really thinking they go Dallas Turner instead, but this does not say this is a bad pick. This is a very good pick by the Saints. You can't go wrong when you're a team like the Saints. You just pat across the board.
Right.
You have holes
You need
everywhere.
anything you can get.
Yeah,
pretty much.
It's like you're looking at a rusty pipe with a bunch of holes and you're about to fix it. You can't go wrong starting anywhere, all right? Like, that's how this team is.
But
Yeah.
what's it called? As all the offensive players get taken, we sit at 22, and we're about to pick or have the first defensive player. I'm gonna guess.
You're going to call 22 the first defensive
Yeah.
player? Why?
it'd be crazy to get a whole first round of offensive players and all second round, just everyone competing for defensive players.
So, yeah, in my mock, I have 3 defensive players that have been gone by now. I have Byron Murphy, Dallas Turner, and Jared Verse being gone now, which changes, I think. The Rams like exciting players. They might still go Latu over Jared Verse because it's a very, higher ceiling from Latu, lower floor, though, higher floor from Verse. But in my opinion, a lower ceiling. So it depends. It's a judgment call. I'd still like Latu going to the Rams because that's a team that kind of likes to get a player you take a chance on.
I definitely think the Colts might pick up.
Armstead.
Yeah.
I have been mocking Armstead. I've been going on Armstead for the Colts most of the time when they get him. The Colts need a corner. I think this is where we finally get defense. So I'm locking in. Colts are going to take Terran Armstead, cornerback out of Alabama. And then I think we're going to see a row of defense. We're going to see Seattle Seahawks taking Byron Murphy to fix that abysmal inside run game they had on defense. It was terrible in Seattle. There was just no stopping running backs from that defense, and they need to do something to fix it. Byron Murphy has the ability to be a good run stopper. I believe he could be very good to fixing that interior defensive line. And so they could go him at 16 instead of Fatanu, the interior offensive lineman, I think because it's a bigger need inside defensive tackle. And then 17, Jaguars, just like the Colts, need corners desperately, I think. They really put a nice seal on their defense, just to have that one more corner, the final piece, to be across the field from, I believe it's in my notes who it is. I forget now.
I think the pick
Should
is
be.
in.
The pick is in?
Yeah.
I don't have who it is. But, I think Jacksonville could go Quinion Mitchell. But again, it's a judgment call. We could see Quinion Mitchell go off the board right here. I'm going to go Armstead. I think Armstead's better than Mitchell, but Mitchell had a great rise. He came from, here to here this year in college, and it was one of the best meteoric rises we've seen in a while.
Okay, now it's in.
So, here's the pick. It'll probably take like 5 minutes before they announce it, but
Yeah.
I think they go Armstead. I could see Mitchell. I would be shocked to see something else. Not too shocked to see Turner, though.
Honestly, I feel like it could be one of those ones where they draft Armstead and then draft Mitchell right after, or draft Mitchell and then Armstead right after.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have to see.
I see that. I feel it. Quick, though, because I just got an NBA notification. I forgot that we have a Game 3 on right now in Philadelphia
Come on.
that I'm missing because of the NFL draft. Oh, my gosh. I saw 119. Someone is 100. Oh, the Sixers are up 111 to 99.
Okay,
In the fourth quarter.
Lock in.
Sixers
Lock
came.
in.
They're mad. They're mad because they lost
1,
that.
2, 3, 4, 5, Sixers.
Okay, now we gotta go back.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, my
I think
gosh.
it's this one.
Oh,
That one, that's right
Oh,
there.
yeah, there it is.
Oh, my gosh. The
Where's-
Sixers.
Okay.
You know they take 20
Hey,
years to
yeah,
announce
we
the pick.
get some time. We get
Yeah,
this
yeah,
big
yeah.
we're
time.
kind of behind.
organized tabs. I don't need organized tabs. Oh, I don't know about that. No. Wait, it's gonna do it on its own. Leave. Stop that. Okay. Let's just see the quick stats before this pick gets announced. Sixers. That's what I'm looking for. Oh, Joel Embiid has 41 points.
Yeah, I
Oh
saw.
my
I just
gosh,
saw.
Maxey with 25.
Tobias Harris.
Tobias has 8 for 33 minutes. Get him off the court. Get him off the court.
Kelly
Ah!
Oubre is doing some work.
Oh my gosh. Wow, that's insane. All right, let's get to this pick. Oh, we have
All right, he's
Hit the
coming
mute.
up.
I thought we were gonna try to trade up or get Latu,
is,
but
what?
Edge.
edge rusher out of UCLA. Latu, he gets up to the guy. He's like, it's not, his technique is not perfect, but he's fighting. He's fighting. And he's diving, just reaching for any leg or anything. you got to have the line, because you just got to understand, this guy is insane. I love Latu. Look,
That's
if
a
I was
first
GM,
defensive player.
if I was GM, I'd be making picks like that. Finally have a defensive player at the board. I did not think the first guy to go off the board tonight would be Latu for defense, but I'm proud of him. I like him a lot. I think great things could come from him. I don't think personally, I do accept the fact that he has a very low floor. There's a potential that he could be a complete bust. I don't think he will. I think his guy has too much heart. He has the most heart in this draft of anyone, maybe except for Blake Corum. I really, really think he could do well. I like this risky pick. It's a bit of a gamble for them to take him over Turner and Verse, but good pick by the Colts. Again, they do need defense all over. I thought corner was a more priority, but they like Latu. They went for him. Not a crazy pick for me. It is a risk. It is a gamble, but Not a bad one. It's a good one.
Who is their who do they have on their defensive line now?
Well, they've got DeForest Buckner.
Is there anybody
Is
that
Kitty? Is Pay?
Quiddy Pay.
Quiddy Pay, is that a linebacker or is he on that? like,
He's a
edge?
linebacker. He came from Michigan last year. Yeah, he's a defensive end.
Okay, so those are two guys that they've got on the line.
now is there anybody that would be able to like are these like notable names that would be able to put him in a
DeForest Buckner
position
is an X
to
factor. DeForest Buckner is like very much like one of the like.
for
Very
to
well
put
known
him
name.
to succeed, right? To put
Yeah.
him in a position to succeed. All right, now I feel like
Quiddy
Maybe-
Pay, I think he's decent.
it's like maybe he's not
At
that much
least.
of a gamble.
See, they have Jannard Avery, Samson Abukwam,
Oh yeah, that's right.
and Quiddy Pay. It's a lot on defensive end. They have Raquan Davis, DeForest Buckner. Again, I thought corner was a bit more high of a need. Maybe they're looking at a lot too because of the linebacker in
Yeah,
him.
that corner.
Because they are a little short on linebacker, especially after losing
Ooh,
Shaq Leonard. But corner is weak.
corner was weak. Yeah.
They do have Kenny Moore.
What is their safety? What is their safeties?
Safety is all right. They do have Justin Blackman and Ronnie Harrison Jr. Is that as in the Ronnie Harrison? Yeah, they've got Blackman. They're solid there. Again, I probably would have gone the corner, but no hate to that pick. I don't hate the pick.
No, yeah, I mean, he'll definitely like fit in with like Buckner and Pay.
Yeah.
Definitely boost the line.
Mm.
Seattle, man, who did I have Seattle take? Actually, I had Seattle taking Dallas Turner.
Really?
So if that happens,
So who'd you have Atlanta taking?
Atlanta, shoot, who did I have Atlanta taking?
Atlanta was almost consensus in most mock drafts to be Dallas Turner. It was really weird. I was shocked to see. Well, I was shocked to see Michael Penix taken with a 4-year contract.
I had Kayan Mitchell.
Huh?
Kayan Mitchell.
Oh, Quinion Mitchell.
Quinion.
Mitchell.
That's interesting. Jeff Okuda. Was that?
Jeff Okuda.
How did you make yours? How did you make your mock draft?
I just did it online and then took a photo.
No, I'm saying like you said you saw drafts or whatever. You saw like draft grades and all of that stuff. But how did you figure out like what made you go with
That verse.
putting these pieces into what made you go with that?
What made me go with that verse?
Yeah.
I mean, all I did was just look up. Like, I looked up mock draft simulator and just clicked like the first site. It was like pro something, and basically just give you like you're able to like control the teams, and it shows you like what like the team needs are, like what are the like most highest ones, and then it's kind of like hard to tell the draft grades because it kind of works on a similar rating where it's like it's numbered, so there's like overalls, there's like 70 grade players, like 70 overall players, 80 overall players, 90 overall players. So what I was trying to look for mainly was like what are their like top one or two needs, what's the grade player, because I don't really know much. So I went off of what the site was telling me, and that's why I made the pick. So like I could have picked like a different player for Falcons at 8, but one of the needs was corner, and Mitchell was one of the like top corners. So I was like, he might have been like on like that site at least. He might have been like a 90 overall or at least like 80 something. So I was like, okay, well that seems like a top 10 pick.
But wasn't your first four right?
My first, let me see. My first couple were right, yeah.
Yeah, because you said something about being
my
4
first
for 4
four,
like
yeah.
a Wendy's.
Yes,
like
I
a
did. I
Wendy's.
said that in the stairwell. I said I was 4 for 4 like a Wendy's biggie bag. Yeah, the first one that screwed me up was the Chargers not taking Neighbors.
Which they probably should have.
They probably should have. Again, the picks got progressively more. Like
Yeah,
at first, I
got
was
more
like,
worse. They got worse as each pick progressed.
I was like,
Fucking Atlanta with Michael Penix is crazy.
I know you're confused, love.
don't worry with the clutch Charger.
Oh, that's painful.
It's crazy to think about.
You could have just traded down, or you could have just traded out of the draft.
Oh yeah. Ooh, excuse me. We gotta see what
The video of Arthur Blank being explained to by Raheem Morris why they took him, and he's like, no.
I do not understand.
No, yeah, I definitely see Seattle taking defense here. I think that would be the best.
Definitely think they do take defense since most of
This is probably the Turner pick. I could have cooked in the mock.
cooked unintentionally.
Unin-
Didn't even know what you were.
Completely
Didn't even know what you were cooking, and somehow
I
it came
did
out
not,
good.
but the ingredients don't lie.
I wonder if they're gonna go Dallas Turner here because he's well rounded. He's good on the run, good on the pass, and they could use extra help, especially consider they just lost Bobby Wagner,
Oh, yeah.
Too.
and now he's not a middle linebacker, but
Who's on the D line for Seattle?
the D line, that's where they struggle, and that's why they might go Byron Murphy here. And honestly, it's gonna be a game time decision until I see Roger Goodell walk up to that podium who I'm gonna go for, because they need D line more, but
It's like, but they got a whole lot of holes in their defense too.
that's the thing. You could fill the hole with the Dallas. It could be a Dallas Turner shaped hole, but is that Dallas Turner shaped hole as big as the Byron Murphy shaped hole? The defensive line, that interior run was so bad. You can ask Corey, Seahawks fan, who's been on our show before. He was like, the Eagles, when they come, just going to run the ball down the middle. They didn't. They lost because the Eagles suck. Coming from an Eagles fan who watched it happen live.
That shit was.
But that
I
was
don't even want to relive that moment, bro. The last, oh my god, I remember it to this day. Clean, smooth throw right over. Who was the corner that was defending that play? Was that Bradbury?
I think it was.
Probably.
Yeah, it was Bradbury that got burnt, bro.
It definitely was.
the worst one. It was the Julian Love interception. Oh. Jalen Hurts just tossing it up downfield. Oh, that was terrible. That hurt. But
Nah, that was just sheer luck. That play was not supposed to happen. That was luck incarnate on that very play, bro.
Well, we had beat-ups for that.
Yes.
I remember how
yes.
hyping, hype in a bad way. It got,
Yes,
people were
bro.
furious.
I'm like, holy hell. There's no way that somehow he got both of his feet inside. That's impossible. Then I'm like, well, this is NFL.
Y'all
This is
literally had
football.
me to that
Yes,
point
they
too. I
do.
was like, you guys are gonna win. This game is over. Just
Is
for that
it?
to happen, I was like, oh my god,
I think it's in.
y'all suck.
picks in.
Oh, is it trade?
No.
No, Seattle, don't do this.
Or do this?
Oh wait.
Depending on what it is they do.
Well, the pick is in. If the pick's in, that means
Oh
there's
no,
no
the
trade.
pick is in. Then we're
There
good.
may have been a trade. Let me get the draft.
Jacksonville may have traded.
Jacksonville may have traded.
I had them picking verse
Oh wait. Wait.
with 17.
Let me get the draft cast up, see if there's anything.
No, this might be wrong. Dove might be.
Let me pull up Shefty. See if there's.
No.
Gotta
Okay.
get Shefty.
Okay. No.
Oh,
It's back.
yes. The Vikings have traded up to the Jaguars spot at number 17. The Vikings
Okay.
The Vikings have taken 23 and gone to
Whoa.
17. That's very,
Whoa.
very interesting.
So what
I
did the
didn't
Vikings
think I didn't think the Vikings were going to mobilize on that second pick in the first round, but they didn't use it in the trade with the Jets, and now I'm wondering what they're going for. That's interesting.
The pick. So I'm assuming they traded
They
back
might.
to the Vikings.
They might be
Oh,
going
yeah,
for
wait,
Turner.
wait.
Let's hear this. I'm
Gotta
going
beat this.
Byron Murphy. Right at the buzzer, like I said, game
Much
time
needed
decision.
Game time decision.
Once Roger Goodell gets up there, I'm like, you know what? The Byron Murphy shaped hole is much bigger, regardless of the fact that Dallas Turner could do more in the smaller hole. It's Byron Murphy. They got to get him. They got to fill in that spot. They've got to do something about that run because it was abysmal. It was the biggest spot in that defense. It's like, and that's what they did. They came out here. They got a guy who I thought was going to go a little higher. They didn't have to reach for Newton, again, depending on how you see it. They didn't have to move. They sat where they were. They got the great pick. It's a great move. Murphy, he's got a solid motor. Look at that. Nice hitting, nice tackling. Gets to the quarterback, gets to the running back, and that's the important part. He can move off the center. He get watch. Just it's the shed, the shedding of the run blocks. You gotta and then get to the guy. Murphy's good at that, and that's why they took him. They needed someone to do that because no one's doing that in Seattle right now. It's a great pick for Seattle.
I feel like he would kind of, well, from the highlights that I'm seeing, he kind of feels like Fletcher Cox in a way.
I like that. I like that a lot. I like that
Kinda
because Murphy, big guy. Eventually, he's going to start getting double teamed. And remember, Fletcher Cox, when he moved the defensive tackle, you're like, oh man, Fletcher Cox, you never see him getting sacks anymore. Yeah, he keeps making
That's because he got like 3 people on him every time he's blocking his man, bro.
He's taking multiple blockers. He's getting guys on the run. He gets like 3 sacks. That's the thing. That was good from Cox. And that's why we loved him. Like at first, you're like, oh, he's doing terrible this season. And then he gets all pro. Like, why? And you watch it like, oh my gosh, he's opening up all the space for Brandon Graham, Vinny Curry, guys who come around the edge. And that's a thing that Byron Murphy can do that can make the players around him better. That's why I love a defensive tackle pick because those guys make the entire defensive line better. They are often forgotten by many people, be like, boring.
That's because
the pick is in. I'm going to go Dallas Turner for Minnesota. I'll go in Dallas Turner. The pick is in. They haven't taken him yet, so we still got time. But they haven't even seen yet.
I believe they did announce it.
No, because it still says pick is in.
That's for the Jags.
Yeah, no, that's a clear TV error.
There we go.
I'll go in.
Okay.
I said verse. I meant Turner. This is because I had previously mocked the first time I was creating it. I believe I did change it to JJ McCarthy because at first I wasn't buying the Vikings taking a quarterback. I had them taking verse, but I meant Turner. But this is because they need edge. They lost Daniel Hunter. They did gain Jonathan Grenard from the Texans. Basically a swap, free agency swap, Texans, Vikings. But that's not to be said that they don't need more on defense. The Vikings defense struggled a lot last year. You're looking at a team that did not do great in the pass rush, especially with only this guy, Daniel Hunter, really making a difference. So you're going to see a team that needs to make a difference, needs something better, and they saw Dallas Turner still on the board, shocked by that fact, and they're like, you know what? We're going to go move up with the Jaguars, take that 23rd pick, and just get something great here. Maybe they were using that 23rd pick thinking, I'm going to get Latu, Verse, Robinson, Darius, or Chop, someone later. But they instead ended up getting the best, in my opinion, the best edge rusher in this draft. They got Dallas Turner. Great pick by the Vikings. Great trade up by the Vikings, and that was an overall great move.
I thought it was solid.
We get the Bengals coming up there right now. Offensive line.
What? Yeah, I was about to say because
that's why I had them taking J.C. Latham because I thought he was just going to be the best available at that point. I mean, they're the 18th pick. Latham's gone, so I don't know what they do for offensive line.
So
they need an offensive line.
They 1,000% need offensive line.
Let's pull up the remaining
because their offensive line wasn't that bad.
They have maybe like 1 or 2 good players, and then the rest is kind of like mid. That's how Burrow keeps getting hurt.
Okay, so
Burrow missed all last season.
They've got Fatanu at guard is still available. Let me pull up the Bengals roster.
Their offensive line.
I thought he got hurt because he had ran out into the open.
Score update. With a minute and 47 seconds left, the Sixers are up 120 to 111.
Oh, they
We
came
might.
back.
I might tune into the. We might just tune into this game real quick. Oh, sweet, it's on Max. I have Max. Wait. Oh, I'm gonna tune in.
Live reaction to the end of the Sixers game is crazy.
Paul.
It took forever to
Paul is in the house. Paul, pull up a chair next to Fritz. Try to get yourself in there. Or maybe you want to go over here. I don't know. Get in this camera. Did you give me a snap?
No, I did not.
I'm a star with the
I kept looking for the stairs.
We got Paul before the Eagles pick, which, quick update on the Eagles pick, guys. I don't know if you guys realize this, but Terry Armstead and Quincy Mitchell are still sitting here. And the Jaguars, the only team besides the Rams taking a corner potentially, are now picking after us.
And
Did we just get one of the top 2 corners without...
we're not even moving. Not even moving. We're staying there. Howie knows.
Who else
Howie
needs a
knows
corner?
that
Nobody else
these-
needs a corner.
These are for. Howie knows that.
Dallas. But we're not gonna pick one.
You said Dallas needs
Yes,
a corner?
yes, we do.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
we've been
we do.
checking in every...
Well, I
every
don't think
once in a
your
while.
corner need is as
Pick
desperate
is
as
in for the
ours.
Bengals.
Pick is in? Okay, so the Bengals, I'm looking
Who
at
do you
this.
guys have at corner?
Best available. Bengals.
Nobody.
The corner we have.
Honestly, we got Slay, and that's about it. I mean, Ringo and Sidney Brown are good for rookies, but they haven't been fully translated into
All we have
pro.
Who
is
the Bengals like it?
Trevon
I'm looking
Diggs.
at Orlando Brown Jr., Trent Brown, both on tackle.
Ron Bland is a
Alex
ball
Kappa,
hawk.
Cordell
He
Vosen.
needs to
This Cordell Vosen can easily be improved with the best interior offensive lineman at the draft, getting a great value at 18 for the one, the only. Where is he? He's in my 4.0 at the Seahawks. Troy Fautanu. That's my pick for the Bengals.
Oh,
A guy
okay,
to
that's
protect
not
Burrow. Troy Fautanu, great pick there. I think that's who they got to go for. The interior offensive line, move it to Kappa or Volson. I'm not sure which one's better. I believe their center is pretty good. Ted Karras, he's good. And Orlando Brown Jr., Trent Brown have histories of being good. I don't think they need to work on tackle, especially when they have to work on the whole line often. You've got a great interior offensive line pick right there. That's who they're going to have to go for.
We used to make fun of the Bengals O-line.
We still make fun of the Bengals O-line.
Because how
Still got injured last
fast
season.
he had to throw the ball.
Yeah, Bengals O-line is actually trash.
How many seconds? Is this 11 seconds? Is that 11 seconds?
No.
Can we? Oh, it's
41.
41 seconds. But wait, it's 13-point lead with 41 seconds left. We have Brunson shooting free throws. Misses the free throw. Jalen Brickson. Oh, this is perfect. 10-point
Phillies
lead.
come back.
10-point lead.
We just need Embiid to stay healthy.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Bro put up 40.
Always something.
Jalen Brickson. Oh, he makes it.
What?
Oh.
Whoa. Chill.
Embiid. Calm down. All right. It's a 9-point lead. Last week we lost a 6-point lead in 40 seconds. Let's try not to do that again with 9 points. Paul, we watched it. I lost my mind. Everything went crazy. I was incredibly mad. I ranted about it at the debate club the next day.
All right, we go back to the draft.
Wasn't it like a record?
I don't know if it was a record, but it was like it was all the missed fouls and everything. Oh, I was so mad. Oh, I was so mad.
4.
LeBron brought it up.
LeBron brought it up. He was like, the refs missed that call on.
He said the Sixers game and the game is
What's his name? It's the guy. He used to be a chirper. He played for the Timberwolves. He's always been talking about trade and he's got a OT. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I don't remember his name right now. So I'm starving. I can't think. Oh my gosh. No, this is bugging me. D'Lo, Derek Lopez. D'Angelo Russell, not D'Lo.
Yeah, I
not
was
Derek
about to
Lopez.
say. I was about to
D'Angelo
say
Russell.
D'Lo is. I was about to say. I think D'Lo. I think D'Angelo Russell.
D'Angelo Russell. Derek Lopez. That's wild. But no, D'Angelo Russell. Yeah, he was like the foul they missed on D'Angelo Russell, and then even in the Sixers game, and I'm like, that's right, LeBron, speak. And then we put in the complaint, and they were like, yeah, we missed this foul on Maxey, another foul on Maxey. And then there was this Maxi was on the
I hate
floor.
how
There
they
was a
do that.
timeout. We
After
just
the
didn't
game.
call that.
I've seen. So I went to see a Sixers game in person. My grandfather works for AAA, and there was this one play where you could clearly see. I forgot who they were playing against, but you could
33.
clearly see that homeboy's foot was out of bounds, and he chucked the ball at whoever was on the ground's head, and it like
Bengals
bounced
pick.
off.
It's the
Bengals
minute
pick.
we got the Bengals pick. Amarius Mims. That's a reach.
That's a random.
That's a hard reach. Amarius, I had Amarius going.
What, early second?
No, not really second, but late first. I had him going. Let me check. I had a different guy going to the Cowboys.
I had him 23rd going to the Vikings before they traded up.
I had Amarius was going 23rd actually, but for the Chargers. That's right. I thought the Chargers could trade down, get Amarius Mims later. Amarius Mims is good. He's a good pass blocker. He just has some technique issues at pass blocking. He's worse than J.C. Latham when it comes to pass blocking, but he's more well-rounded than Latham in my opinion. So Mims would be good, but would I have taken him over Troy Fautanu, especially when I have Trent Brown and Orlando Brown? Look, I know Orlando Brown has had some issues in the past years, but I think I probably would have gone Fautanu. I don't hate the pick. He was in my opinion, he is the best offensive tackle on the board at this point.
Didn't they need an interior lineman though?
That's my thing. I would have rather they gone interior line than offensive tackle, but you know,
Outside.
yeah, they went offensive tackle with Amarius Mims. When I was going to have them go Troy Fautanu, the interior offensive lineman. But again, best offensive tackle there. If they're not confident in Trent Brown or Orlando Brown Jr., one of them, that's fair. I can expect that. They did make the right move. And by the way, the Sixers are now winning in Philadelphia. New York leads 2-1. Fake lead. It's not real because it was
Not
a
real.
rigged game. Second game was false.
It was really.
Check.
Somebody said that y'all was supposed to be in 4.
We should be 2-1. And yeah, we are like a 4-3 seed talent team.
Yeah. They should.
But that a good win. Good win. Sixers win. I'd be more hype had I been watching the game, but I'm just relaxed. I know that we aren't eliminated. I'm so glad the Sixers win. Great things, but it's time to get excited about this draft because we're coming up on this Eagles pick, and we've got 3 more picks before we see the Eagles. We've got Los Angeles Rams, Pittsburgh Steelers, and the Miami Dolphins. Now, the Miami Dolphins. Let's go to the draft
Yeah, I was about to
tracker.
say the Dolphins should be an interesting pick because what do they need?
Well, they did lose some pieces.
They lost hard in the offensive line.
Yeah.
So they're going to get lucky here because I don't think Los Angeles is going to go offensive lineman, but I think Los Angeles is going to take. This says the best available is Quinny Mitchell. I think I'm going to go Quinny Mitchell on this instead of Terry Armstead because I think Los Angeles likes a guy more like that. They like the rise. They see what they saw in Mitchell. I think Armstead's the best corner in this draft. But Armstead's floor is higher than Mitchell's floor, while Mitchell has a higher ceiling than Armstead. And so I think Los Angeles likes the higher ceiling guy. They like the guy that can become amazing, and they'll take the risk. Los Angeles loves risk. We know that from all their draft pick trades. So what I believe is one of Los Angeles' first round picks in 6 years, maybe? I don't know. I think it is their first round pick since maybe Goff. I can't confirm that, but I think they're going to go Quinion Mitchell here. Even though I think the best corner is Armstead, I think they're going to take the risk and go Mitchell. But that's not to say I could see Verse here. I could see them going Jared Verse. Jared Verse is again, I know they say they like risks, and Jared Verse is what I've said multiple times, he's a safe pick. You know what you're getting? Huh? It isn't. But they're not going to say yet. Like, the floor in Verse is high. His ceiling is not as high as others, but he's still the highest ceiling of anyone left on the board, edge-wise. So I think they're going to look at him if they want to go edge. So it's either going to be Mitchell or Verse. I've got way more leaning to Mitchell because they need corner more. And yeah, they got it right there. It says Terran Arnold. It's Terran Armstead. Am I wrong? It's definitely Terran Armstead. His name is not Terran Arnold.
Drake may go to the Patriots.
Drake May did go to the Patriots. It's Terran Arnold? Have I been saying his name wrong the entire time? Is this real? Oh my gosh. I've been saying his name wrong for the past 4 weeks.
That's Terry N. There is a Terran Armstead in the league.
Oh yeah, the offensive tackle. Where's he play?
I believe last time I knew he was with the Dolphins. I think he went from the Saints to the Dolphins.
I was gonna say, I remember him being on the Saints, Terran Armstead. You know, I love to. Oh my gosh, Terran Armstead's one of my fantasy dudes, or not fantasy. He's my Man Mobile king. I love him he was in my Man Mobile team forever. He's a goat. That's why, because Terran Armstead. I knew he was on the Saints, but Terrian Arnold. Excuse me. I have the Rams going Mitchell just for the fact that he's got a higher ceiling, but I could easily see Terrian Arnold.
Well, they do need like Mitchell to replace Ramsey, but at the same time they did lose Donald, so.
That is. Okay, like I said, I could see either of these three players. They do have a need for edge, and they went Jared Verse, edge out of Florida State University. He was very good last year. They expected him to be very good this year. He didn't hit as much as they expected, but still was very good. And you know, he fell a little bit in draft stock, but was still a very good prospect. He had a very good year. His consistency. I like Verse. Verse has good technique. Verse is a strong player. His motor isn't like Latu's, but again, many players don't have a motor like him. But he gets to the quarterback. He does it well. He kind of reminds me.
He just strong-armed him into the.
He's got some moves. He's got some ability to get there. He makes great plays. Again, like his floor is high. He's a very safe pick. Look, I don't see him going crazy like some players.
He's just
Oh my God.
He's like, come here, come here, get out my way.
He does like the bull rush.
He's got good strength.
He's got
His
good
strength
strength.
is crazy.
But I choose to ignore that when I was looking at him because a lot of times it doesn't translate to the NFL because you just get again, he could be blowing through a future accountant. But in the NFL, he's blowing through a guy who was getting taken in this draft.
I mean, he's not wrong.
I mean, that's the beauty of college football.
It's not wrong.
I mean, you got a great highlight of
It's like, man,
pushing a guy to the
you
ground.
See that guy that just went to the Rams? Yeah, he bum rushed me in college.
Yeah, you could be
crazy.
sitting at the office like,
It's
hey
like, that man
Steve,
is
look
a
at this.
maniac.
That guy's actually insane.
Like, we got you getting laid out by Jared Verse. It's like, yeah. That being said, Reggie White exists. Guys have blown through guys in the NFL. It happens. So we could see First getting,
That's anytime Aaron Donald in a one-on-one.
And that's what I was saying is like they do have like a need at like that line now, especially since Donald's gone. I mean, they do need a corner too because Ramsey's been going, but
Steelers. Oh, Steelers pick. This is important.
I'm happy they addressed the line. Yeah, I'm
Nah,
thinking
here's
Terry
the
and
thing.
Arnold.
Here's the thing though about it
safety.
is that that's a huge hole to fill, bro.
They definitely
Like,
need
Yeah,
an
they're
offense.
not like an
Yeah.
immediate
I
hole
definitely
he's
think they're
fill, but,
gonna
like,
pick defense.
you definitely, I don't know, give him some years
I don't know.
He hasn't played the
Who
exact
do they
same
have?
position, right?
on the line. What,
Yes,
like
they need
Reed
someone
or
for
something like
Wilson.
Jordan
So,
Reed?
yeah.
Not Jordan, but like something Reed.
You need someone.
There's not a lot on that line.
Would it be possible for them
So, the Pittsburgh
to
Steelers
sign him to
are
a year
up,
to
and
train?
This is big for the Eagles
They
because
can
we
just sign
are
him to
2
the
picks away,
coaching staff.
and
if they
Terry
really
and
wanted to.
Arnold
Oh, yeah.
and Quinion Mitchell
Just bring
are
him in as like
still
a
on the
D-line
board.
coach.
Hopefully.
We would have to have consecutive
I'm sure-
quarterback picks to not get one of these two guys who I would love to have
He
gotten.
played his whole career.
I
I'm
am
pretty sure.
very excited
I'm sure
right now
I'm
for
sure
the
he'd be
Eagles
willing
pick.
to if they asked.
This is
I don't know
amazing. We're either going to get Quinion
what
Mitchell
his
or Terry Arnold.
plans
Almost
are.
guaranteed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the Pittsburgh Steelers right now,
If-
I have them
It
taking
It would
Brian
make sense,
Thomas,
especially since
Jr.
you had that like legendary.
Yeah,
that's-
LSU
I mean,
wide
that's a Hall of
receiver,
Famer.
played across
That's a
from
future
Malik
Hall of Famer.
Neighbors.
You
He's,
bring that
uh,
presence in, especially
He's very
now you have
good.
Verse.
He
You just bring
about a
that presence in,
mid first
like,
round guy,
bro.
and I don't think he gets past the
You
Steelers, a
have-
team that needs him,
you're
especially after
set.
losing
Like-
Deontay Johnson.
Or at
He's
least
a good
like mentality.
side piece to
You still
George
gotta,
Pickens,
like, find
who
talent
has
and
not
stuff, but, like,
become,
you're
you
gonna at
know,
least have
in my opinion, a
some
one,
kind of
even a
his
1A.
presence,
He's
like,
more a
helping.
number 2 guy. Just,
coaches-
he's a number 2 with one attitude, you know.
Coaches
That's
are
what
good.
that's what Pickens is, and with one special catches, you know, type stuff. But I had the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think they're going to go Brian Thomas. It's the right move for them to go for
Brian
that
Thomas.
wide receiver.
Who's Brian
They're
Thomas?
definitely going.
He's a wide receiver at LSU. He's very good.
Definitely
think
going.
receiver.
No, they're definitely going defense.
I
They-
was thinking Arnold here.
because
I'm thinking Terry and Arnold.
they definitely need offense, but they don't care about offense. They only care about defense.
My pick is Terry and Arnold. I think work on the defense. Mike Tomlin's a very big defensive guy. I think Arnold might be one of the best corners available. I don't know who they have at corner right now, the
Isn't-
Steelers. But
Isn't Troy still there? Or what's it called?
I would
What's-
like to see
what's
Arnold
his
go
name?
to.
You were just
Pittsburgh.
talking about.
Terry and Arnold.
Well, that's what I was talking about. I don't know who.
Brian Thomas.
Mm-mm.
Trying to make a story. I forgot to do this earlier.
Forgot to promote.
I forgot to promote. I won't let me make a story
How many
though.
viewers do you have?
0 right now.
Lucky Charger.
It is a buggy charger,
Sorry.
but it's one of those
We had
big
viewers
chargers.
earlier.
We'll get more.
God, I can't do my story.
Isn't Fatanu still?
Oh, offensive line, yeah.
Yeah.
The pick is in.
The pick is.
They're on commercial, but
Commercial break.
I think we're
May
gonna.
12th.
You know, maybe I'm just
no,
gonna.
I gotta
What
get some.
pick
I
were
gotta
we
get something
on?
for
We're on
Mother's Day.
pick 20, right?
Oh, where are we on now? We're on 20. Yeah.
So
Two
we-
more picks.
So we got
Or no, we're 23.
You guys are 22.
No,
we got
we're 22.
two of
Yeah,
the
we got 2 more picks up.
two of the prospects that should have went top 10 went down all the way to 20. This is
This is
And
the
then-
NFL, bro. This is what we look for.
This is the beauty of the
This
NFL
is
draft.
the beauty of it. Like the strategy, everything that goes into it. This is what the NFL is about.
they're
Bro.
creating the tunnel. They're going through the tunnel, and it's landing right to the Eagles. The tunnels.
This is.
Oh god.
Oh,
It's a
man.
secret tunnel.
Just- I'm really about to be
Caleb
disappointed
Williams,
watching who you guys picked.
Yeah.
Just to then be even more disappointed watching the
can't
24th
wait
pick.
to watch.
I might actually.
Your 24th picking might
Shoot
not be
myself.
that bad, bro.
It's going to be.
You throwing balls with sketchy.
Scheduled to be on second night.
What's up, brother? Oh yeah, because they don't have a first round pick.
Yeah, they're on first round pick. I am just a tad worried because a lot of times teams get attached to players, and like the Eagles have been projecting for Nate Wiggins or Kool-Aid McKinstry, and I'm worried they maybe got like attached to Kool-Aid, and now they don't want to not get him, and that would really, really disappoint me, and I'd be really upset because he's got technique issues. But we got Cam Hayward announcing this pick, I believe.
Oh, important.
I think I'm going to go Brian Thomas Jr. That's him with the mute.
Why does Cameron look like?
To say, you trying to get this man demonetized.
we're not.
NFL coming for that bag.
Exactly.
NFL doesn't care.
So Troy Fatani, that's an interesting pick here. That allows, opens up what a lot of Bills fans are hoping, if you look on the Instagrams, is for a Brian Thomas Bills selection. Because he could easily fall right now, a couple picks, because not a lot of teams need receivers in that middle pack. But I like the Troy Fatani pick. Sometimes I forget about it, but it's a good pick. It's a good value. This is a route where he should be taken. That's good. Like, again, Steelers line does need to be addressed. Kenny Pickett had a lot of issues last year. Whether or not those were his fault, I don't know, but it's going to be Russell Wilson this year. And you're going to want to keep him safe. He's getting older. You do not need something bad happening to him. Not that you put that much into him. $1.1 million or something.
Kenny Pickett
But-
wasn't really that bad.
His rookie
last
year was pretty good, and then he kind of fell off a little bit. But I mean,
we can say
he
the
got
play
hurt.
calling.
Yeah, I mean,
the
you
play
had
calling
Matt
wasn't
Canada.
really that good either.
You
Like,
had Matt Canada. You screwing them over. Yeah, I don't completely blame Kenny Pickett. I think he could be good. It's just some stuff he's probably.
Well,
gonna
he's
do.
Some
good as a
stuff,
backup
yeah.
now.
As good as a backup now is
That's
crazy.
just a waste.
Oh, I forgot. I got to put the link.
Nah.
I mean, obviously not for y'all, but that is a waste of.
If
Oh yeah, I'm definitely watching this
If-
back.
Faded off the top, bro.
Jalen Hurts was to get hurt, knock on wood, he would be a good backup to play since he's been a starter.
Did that say what the
Kenny Pickett.
Yeah. But you
Ooh,
said
imagine what he could do with our line.
Yeah, the pick is
and
in.
our receivers.
Oh,
The pick is in for the
Yeah.
Dolphins.
Pick is in for the Dolphins.
Yeah.
Dolphins. See, I would have had Dolphins going for Fatani because they lost.
Oh, that would have been a great pick for the
Yeah,
Dolphins.
because they lost Robert Hunt in free agency. But now that we're looking at that, got a couple different things. This actually opens up a lot of windows because Miami does not need corners. Philadelphia, we are looking at a full open corner look. You can do no wrong. If you make the wrong choice, I will not let you live it down. I was recently, the Jalen Reagor thing didn't hit me because I didn't have that much hype in Justin Jefferson that year. But I was like, I was really
No, that was a
dumbfounded by
blunder.
it, and then Jalen Hurts
That
hurt me
was a
more because
blow.
at the
That was
very
a
first sight
blunder.
I thought it was
That
stupid.
was a blow, a low
Bunch of a
blow.
fan. But you have any corner at your disposal. You can take anything to fill in that secondary. It's a great move right here. You've got it. Because Miami will not, with Xavier Howard and Jalen Ramsey. Actually, did they release Xavier Howard?
I believe
I
Howard
believe-
was released.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
still there. He's still free agent. He's
Still a
They,
free
they, have,
agent.
they still have Byron Jones. That's who they have.
Byron just retired.
Did he? No, I could have sworn he
Oh,
was
so
still
then they
there.
lost some defensive backs?
Byron Jones
Let's see.
retired.
Oh, check and see if the pick is
When
in.
did he retire?
Yeah, he retired and he like blamed them all for his back injuries and everything. Yeah, he was mad. But
R.I.P.
still, you have
Byron.
Jalen Ramsey. You could
You have
go
Jalen
get
Ramsey.
Xavier Howard. 'Cause it's still easier to get a guy who's playing for you in free agency.
Dang.
There is no reason for them to take corner.
Without Xavier Howard, who you? Hold on. If Xavier Howard is still a free agent,
Yeah,
tell it.
that's
It's
what I'm
probably
trying
the-
to
it's the
say.
money he
That's
wants.
what I'm trying.
It's his money
No,
issue.
no.
Sign him.
Your guys are poor.
No, we're not.
You guys are
No,
poor.
we're not.
Yes, you are.
We're
Y'all don't have
only
any
poor
cap
because Jerry
space.
wants to be poor.
He's
Yeah.
Jerry. I didn't know Jerry was general manager until like 2 months ago. And I'm
Really?
like, you have an
Bro.
81-year-old as general manager?
He
A
could
guy,
have reconstructed that.
he has
contract.
no
That's
idea
the
how to
problem.
run this business.
Extend Dak. You could give CeeDee Lamb and Parsons extensions,
I
and
think
then reconstruct the contracts.
I think right here,
But no, he wants to wait for no reason until it's last minute, and then he's gonna end up losing one of those three players, probably Dak.
But
you know what? I'm gonna go for this pick. I'm gonna go Johnny Newton or Jerjon Newton. You know, because I think that could benefit this team. I think that could help them up. I think they need to build in the interior. They need to have a very solid defense. They just lost Christian Wilkins to the Raiders
Yeah.
again.
They could use somebody.
Oh, it's a risky pick, but I think you go Jerjon Newton, you pick him as a great move for the Dolphins to go and get a guy to fill in Christian Wilkins' role. I think right here you take Jerjon Newton. That's the pick for the Miami Dolphins.
what's that? Edge?
He's a defensive tackle. Out
Yeah, they do need somebody in their
of
interior.
Illinois, I believe.
They definitely need somebody in their
Yeah, it's
interior,
not-
bro.
yeah.
Let me make sure. Illinois, yeah. Defensive tackle out of
Without Wilkins,
Illinois.
they don't have anybody, bro.
I'm telling you, bro, I'm gonna be so mad.
Wilkins was a huge part of that team. So it's
Why? Because of the Dallas pick.
Yes. I already.
You don't even know. You don't know, Moses. It might not even be that bad,
The Eagles
bro.
need
I've
just
lived
the
this dance
Eagles need a
every
good
year.
pick. Just a good pick.
Well, we already know we need.
We wasted our first
We need a
rounder last
corner.
year on some defensive tackle who I've barely seen all year. I don't even remember his
who's
name.
that? Hey, that's crazy.
yeah, Gonzalez.
What's his name?
You just realized this is a live stream.
That's-
I
You
know-
just
I know
re-
it.
No,
I
you
know
were
it
live.
too, but it ain't
Yeah.
coming up.
Because I made fun of you.
Yeah, I know.
Moses, did you give me the like? Oh, Mike gave us a like. Mike's watching probably. Mike. Hi, Mike.
Political candidate.
You gotta join us, Mike.
Mike should have joined us.
Mike, you should have joined us. Oh wait, that's actually my work from Mike. I just opened up instead of the draft. Whoopsie.
See, even you don't remember his name.
I know it. I'll give you 1 second.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. The Eagles are going to have a entire
All right,
draft
we
pick
got
to
him walking.
themselves. Be advised, we are probably a little behind, but
That's okay.
yeah. So we just saw Chop Robinson taken, ladies and gentlemen, Penn State edge rusher. I see that they did one edge. That's a good pick. Chop Robinson is good. He's a little underdeveloped for me. He's a little raw, little technique issues. It's a little bit of a project. I would have rather Newton, but
I think Dan was to say something.
We need Quinion Mitchell.
It's a bit of a reach, but the Eagles are now sitting at their original pick, 22, with any possibility. We could get Quinion Mitchell. We could get Terrion Arnold. We could get Nate Wiggins, Kool-Aid McKinstry, Cooper DeJean. If Cooper DeJean goes up there, I'm going to lose my mind.
Cooper DeJean, oh my
We get to
god.
pick anybody.
Anybody for corner.
is sitting right there.
And if
I
we
think
don't
y'all
take a
want
corner,
Ricky
the stream's
y'all got,
over.
Arnold there.
Or actually, no, I'm just going to rant for like hours.
Oh yeah.
Right
Who
now,
do you
But
want?
Cooper
I'm gonna
DeJean.
go-
I thought he would go earlier.
Cooper DeJean to me sounds like
Who do
Titans.
you want?
oh, this is
That
hard,
sounds
this is
like a
hard,
Titans
this is hard,
pick,
this is hard,
second
this is hard, this is hard, this is hard, this is hard, this is hard. Oh my gosh, I gotta lock in, I gotta lock in.
You got the lock in?
Who do you want?
I don't know. Quinion Mitchell has a higher ceiling.
Who
I like
fits
that
us
from
the
Quinion
best?
Mitchell more. But, like, he's fast. And
Wait,
then,
what are their like
But we do need a
combine?
fast.
Terrion Arnold.
I feel like we do need a fast corner because Slay and Bradbury
That's
are
what
losing a step.
I'm thinking fast. I'm thinking speed for you guys here.
so here's the deal.
What's the
Terrion Arnold, let's look at his, can we get his combine results? 'Cause that's an important thing. Nope.
what?
Can we get that blocked, please? Oh, wait, let me just mute the tab. That was wild. Sorry about that. We had to mute our thing real quick because an ad started playing. It was wild. That was wild. Okay.
Oh, it's
This stream was sponsored by.
He said
Are we gonna
he's
mute? They're
gonna-
getting the pick.
Yeah, I
Are
think.
they getting the pick? No, we're not getting the pick yet. So mute. Honestly, ooh, I think I kind of might want Terrion Arnold.
Wait,
more.
those were combine results there.
Yeah, here they are.
Ooh.
So
Five-
Quinion Mitchell's
4 or 5.
faster,
Okay.
and I might like that more. Arnold is a little slow. You know what? Maybe I'm gonna switch to Mitchell because we got burned a lot, and I need someone who's not gonna get burned.
I would switch
Yeah,
for the
facts.
faster one. I think the faster one suits
We do
you
need
guys better.
speed.
But
Like I said, Bradbury lost a step. Darius Slay has lost a step. We need,
Did he,
we
or was
need
he just
speed.
injured?
Darius Slay lost.
Quinion
a
Mitchell-
No, he wasn't injured until he went to the Lions.
Dash, the other dude.
yeah, let's look at some Quinion Mitchell.
There
Oh,
you
no,
say.
sorry.
I thought you just had it up.
I've seen. He's got a good motor.
No.
He's
not
fast.
seriously.
I might
I was
want
about to say, yeah,
Quinion
Darius Slay lost a step, bro. From when we had him, we've had him for a while. He lost a step, bro.
All right. So here's some Quinion Mitchell highlights before we get to this pick. So
Put it in theater mode. Oh, yeah, it's my full screen.
oh wait,
I was like theater mode.
theater mode.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. So yeah, he's got a nice look at. He's got a good vision for the ball. He's good at making reads, and I like that about Mitchell. He's good at changing. He's adapted. He's kind of like it's like a Joe Burrow, Jaden Daniels of cornerbacks. He very nice ride. Got a lot better this year. He makes good reads. I'm really feeling Quinion Mitchell right now. If I had to choose right now, I'd go Quinion Mitchell. I'm watching some highlights because it's the Eagles' pick, most important pick of the draft.
We might have to check, make sure.
Are all these highlights against the same?
Oh, we should put it side by side. Can you put
This
it
might just
side
be
by
throughout
side?
the season. Actually,
Look
no,
at it.
this might
He gets
be.
a good mode of the ball. Watch this. Watch this play right here. Look at that. Right there. Hustle. That's what we need. His guy that finds the ball, heads up play, and look at that. Tackling. Tackling. Is
Tackling.
key. Also, at the line.
Tackling is
Tackling.
something we also need too. We do need.
The pick
pick
is.
is-
Okay, turn this
They're,
up.
they're,
Turn this
they're
up.
calling
turn,
their boy. They're
turn
calling
this
their
up. I'm
boy
gonna
up.
watch this. I want to watch this.
Are they going in yet?
I'm gonna watch them getting
Look at all
hyped.
those people.
Just a quick thing on Arnold. Arnold is. He's good technique wise. He gets he gets good with pass breakups, but Mitchell makes plays. Honestly, hands tied behind my back. Pick there.
Hey, he
Space
threw the
lasers.
phone. He threw the phone. He said, "Get that."
I'm gonna go Quinion Mitchell.
I
Bros.
think Mitchell's the better pick.
He-
Up.
He's cheesing. He knows what he's about to do.
He makes good plays. He's good in coverage. He's good in zone. But Mitchell has good man coverage too. They're both great players. They're both really good.
And you're what, 24?
I think Quinion Mitchell is just a little bit better,
Next year.
and that's why I would like to go Quinion Mitchell.
There's the man.
Who was that?
That's
Is
the
that the security guy?
no. That's he. I once saw him at a game. I didn't say anything, but
He's in every single important Eagle.
Brazil.
Bro has the face paint all the time.
he's got a name. I forget what his
forget.
name
Oh, the
is.
Philly guy. The Philly,
I think it's the Philly sports guy.
Philly
Yeah.
sports guy,
Is Roger Goodell coming to? I can't tell. if
I think
Roger
so.
Goodell's coming to the stage.
It's zooming in
Yeah,
like
usually
this.
it does.
Are you guys cool with Quinion Mitchell? I think I'm cool with Quinion Mitchell. I would like. Look, I've been calling Terry Arnold the best corner of this draft the whole time. But you know what? Quinion Mitchell, I just like that upside. I think the Eagles can develop it, especially with Darius Slay there, a guy they can mentor, and a good defensive coordinator. Fangio's good. I love Fangio.
Yeah.
I know he's not corner material, but like he disciplines well.
Okay,
Here we
okay,
go. Let's
turn
mute.
it
Let's
up.
mute.
Coming up.
Great pick.
Oh, that's an excellent pick. That is an
Let's go,
excellent pick,
Quinion Mitchell.
bro. That's an
That is what
excellent
we wanted
pick,
to
bro.
see. Quinion Mitchell. Alex, can we hear you right now?
He's
Alex.
happy for some reason.
Alex, do you like the pick? We love the pick over here.
I like the pick.
Everyone was cheering when we got that pick. I think that's our CB1 of the future right there.
I think that's our CB1 of the future right there. He's got a great pair with Darius Slay. Like he's got great tackling ability. He's really fast. Ran a 4.3. He gets to the ball. He's got a high motor. He does everything great. Look, I was like looking, and
Man,
my
Moses,
friend
we gotta
Malik
see
said,
who you're
he's
gonna
like, we're going to
pick."
get Quinion Mitchell. And I'm like, there's no way. He's not falling to us. But he fell there. It's a great pick. Great pick by the Eagles.
I am so amazed that he fell to us.
This is amazing. Oh my
and
gosh.
they didn't even have to move up for it.
No trade.
That was the best part.
That was amazing.
It could do it.
Perfect
It could get
pick right
Arnold.
there.
It is possible.
Oh wait, who's
I'm-
next?
Up next, I believe,
Some bumble. I don't know.
the Jacksonville Jaguars. They're going to take Terry Arnold. They're going to
Terry
get
Arnold.
Jacksonville.
Terry
Arnold.
What do you think? Speak on the.
If this actually happens how I said it was gonna happen, I'm gonna flip, bro.
I know we're excited about the Eagles right now, but credit to the Jacksonville Jaguars who traded this with the Vikings, took this risk, and are still going to get the guy who is a great pick for them. Terry Arnold, not that much of a step down from Quinion Mitchell. Potentially, it's a debatable thing. I like Mitchell better. It was a game time decision to choose Mitchell, but this is a great move for Jacksonville to be able to get Arnold likely. But look at that.
I'm gonna go.
All right, Alex. Great talking to you. We will talk. I'll talk to you tomorrow on Friday's show. We talk about this pick more in depth.
Yes, you will. You will have a good night.
You have a great night, Alex. Alex from John Alex in the evening. I don't know if it was heard from the phone, but we'll be talking tomorrow anyways on our show 1 to 2 for the FM. Alex will be there for that. I will be there 10 to 12:30 for a recap of tonight and then a mock draft making of 2 and 3, rounds 2 and 3 for tomorrow. It's going to be exciting. I'm going to be
Are
I'm
they
excited.
doing 2 and 3
2 and 3
tomorrow?
are tomorrow.
On the same day?
Yeah.
They do
Oh,
like the
shoot.
rest of the rounds.
And I'll be spending next 2.5 hours talking about what's
This is
going to happen.
definitely
there.
Arnold. The pick
But
is already in.
Definitely Arnold.
second round, we got 2 picks. We got 2 picks in the second
Damn,
round.
Moses.
And I definitely think there's a bunch of good players that fell down and
This
could
draft was
be,
interesting.
could be taken in the second round. Maybe not our pick, but if we try to trade up for him, we probably could get that. We could get someone good.
This draft is really interesting so far.
Great draft.
Well, besides
definitely
besides
we-
Penix, besides Penix,
We do have
Interesting. That was also
Besides
interesting.
Penix.
The Penix was interesting. Why? 4-year contract. 180. George. They just signed a 4-year quarterback. What are you doing? Raheem Morris.
Objection.
Oh my gosh.
Your Honor, I do not see a need for this QB.
Nah.
It is such a waste. It was a waste of a glorious
They
pick.
saw potential.
They said, yeah, we need something just in case Cousins gets hurt. But then again, now I think about it, Cousins has been, as of recently, he's been injury prone.
Cousins has been injury prone, but you took a quarterback who is the most injury prone quarterback in this draft to replace him,
But
and you took him at 8. A
But-
backup quarterback at 8?
he's not gonna get injured on the back. On the back.
No, he won't get injured on the bench, but he's never gonna play. You have to pay him first round money. That's gonna be an insane contract for a guy to sit and be backup. That's probably gonna be one of the highest paid. Penix is going to end up being one of the highest paid backups in the league, I bet.
Yeah.
Considering he was picked 8.
Probably not.
Well, yeah,
If
'cause
he's
pick
if he's sitting on the bench all the time and
That's what
we
he-
can't see him play.
He's gonna get paid.
That's what he's saying, he's gonna be
but
the highest
They
paid.
get,
Well, I
they
mean,
get an
isn't there-
automatic contract that they're going to have to get paid.
Yeah, they get
yeah.
guaranteed, like
Yeah.
that. Their rookie contracts are guaranteed money.
Yeah. The rookie.
Jacksonville is going. They got to go Terran Arnold here. That's the right move for
It's
Jacksonville.
gotta be.
I'm going Arnold, but
Arnold would be across from who?
Arnold would be across from.
CJ Henderson?
I believe it is CJ Henderson. Let me make sure.
CJ
No, wait,
Henderson.
CJ Henderson is on the Panthers.
Oh, never mind.
No, I know who you're thinking of. Jaguars.
Who is on the
They have a
Jags?
good corner,
They do
That
have
was good
another
this
good
year.
corner. That's what I was saying.
but it would help to have this guy. across from-
What's his name?
Tyson Campbell.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Tyson Campbell's
Well, they also have
decent.
Darnell Savage. I forgot about that. But yeah, they got Christian Kirk, Gabe Davis, Zay Jones. Great offense. I think they're going to need to go. Corner is the best value here.
They just paid. Josh.
Oh, here we go.
Oh,
Let's
oh.
mute.
Oh no!
Brian
I am
Thomas.
praying.
Yeah.
I am praying.
The Jaguars
I'm actually
fumbled.
praying
They should have
right
took.
now.
I don't know. Fumbled. Brian Thomas, wide receiver at LSU. He's good. He's got skill, and they have had issues in the passing game, and it could be attributed to the fact that they don't have enough talent there. They just have a bunch of wide receiver twos. Brian Thomas, while he was
If you
a
get
wide
Terran
receiver
Arnold,
2 in
then
college,
you guys might be.
he could be a good wide
Wait, you are
receiver
after
1.
this
I
pick,
still
aren't
think
you?
he's a
Oh,
wide
yeah.
receiver too.
He was wide receiver
They were
2 to
the
Malik
last
Neighbors.
defense.
But Malik Neighbors
They
was
were the
generating.
Oh
last
damn,
defense.
Jerry.
That's a good pick.
Jerry's
I
about
like
to
that
fuck
there.
you so hard, bro.
Bro,
I
he's
would
about
have
to
again
pick
still gone
the
Arnold,
offensive
but
lineman.
Jerry's
Should have been
about to
drafted in
fuck
round
you.
3.
Jerry's about to fuck you so hard, bro.
It's gonna be rough, but
I like that.
Most-
I like
most
that
about
pick.
the-
But
take the best. Come on, just take the best.
look, he gets open.
Take the best available player, bro.
Moses
Nice.
is about to be
Oh,
like,
nice
you know,
eyes.
I'm
nice
not mad
vision.
at the Jazz taking.
Nice vision. You see the vision.
Brian
He's got
Thomas,
good
though.
heads up.
Moses, you gonna?
Look, no, that's vision. He's got eyes on the
Gonna be
ball,
like
then
me
eyes on
off
the
of that,
players. Hit, smooth, fine, end zone.
Like
Did he?
me go for that legal.
Watch this. Beautiful.
I think he's gonna be a number 2 still.
I think he'll find himself a number 1 because again, he's a number 2 to a guy who was one of the best receivers to come out of the draft in the past 5 years. So I mean, it's hard to not be a number 2 in that situation.
Wait, and who?
It's not bad.
Malik Nabers. The number 1 at LSU was Malik
it's not
Nabers.
bad,
So number 2,
but-
Brian Thomas.
Because y'all made Devontae Smith number 2, so it's alright.
Yeah, I think that's a good pick for
Technically,
Jacksonville.
we did make the one.
It boosts their offense. They've got Darnell Savage if they wanted to play out
Yeah,
corner,
A.J. Brown number
even though
one.
he's a safety. I like that. I like that pick. That's a good pick. I wasn't thinking about that, but that's a good pick.
I
They
definitely
should
think.
have got Terry Arnold.
Yeah.
Please.
So
Jerry's
Cowboys are on
gonna
the clock.
fuck you.
Please.
Moses, what is your
Cowboys,
pick for the Cowboys?
Cowboy.
Obviously.
I'm not gonna look at my
Obviously.
phone.
I very much want to get Terrion Arnold.
Now look at your phone. I
But
want to see.
Deron Bland was like a decent backup for Trevon Diggs when he was injured last season. We didn't get to see Stephon Gilmore and Diggs as we were planning on because Diggs got injured like 2 weeks in. So we don't really have a strong 1 and 2. We have Trevon Diggs as our strong number 1, but we don't have a number 2 corner. And Deron took a big leap forward last season. Unfortunately, he is a big ball hawk. And so
You don't have a number 2.
Deron Bland.
Stephon Gilmore's
He's
been
not on the
solid.
team anymore.
Stephon Gilmore's gone.
What
He
did
was
they
on
do
a one.
with him?
We picked.
you
We
don't
got
like-
him through trade. We only like had him on that 1 year deal. He was already on with the.
So
They
Michael,
let him go.
Oh,
We didn't
Jerry
re-sign.
Jones,
Yeah.
We didn't
Buffalo.
sign
Yeah.
Xavier Howard.
But
We
he's a
didn't
backup for the
re-sign
next 4 years.
Stephon
They
Gilmore.
have
So we
180
need
million. They
Yeah,
just
they
signed
just
Kirk
signed
our
Cousins.
number
Everything.
2 corner
Nah,
right here.
Deron Bland is your future.
No,
Deron
he's
Bland
not.
is your
Bro,
Bro
future.
is a ball
Deron
hawk.
Bland is your future. They're going.
100 million.
They're going.
Kirk. I already know that.
They're going
The next
O-line.
2 years, Kirk is
They're
playing
going O-line.
No, I mean I do
Look at
think
Garrison,
we need
like, he's
O-line,
getting
but
a
definitely we need.
contract.
Oh, there goes Jerry calling
He's
from his
He's like
his
I don't
freaking
know.
Don't do that
Depth
in
Star
NFL.
suite.
There's no
He's
Kobe
like,
trades in
I
the
don't
NFL.
What do you mean there's no Kobe trade?
He's like,
You don't pick
know,
players and trade them.
Terry-
That was
he's
their
not-
pick. They want him there.
Stay at,
I don't
he's
understand it.
He's a really good player. You know, we appreciate
He's got
his
it.
play.
He's too fast. He's too
Unfortunately,
fast. They
he's
may
a
not
little
have
too good.
injury-wise.
I don't want to have to
Yeah.
re-sign him in the future because I know he's gonna want some money.
That
So we're gonna sign
Because we're
some
broke.
second round offensive lineman for no reason.
He's like
Please,
Jerry.
please.
He's like
Did you see his notes?
The scribbles.
His little scribbles. It's okay. Jerry was just trying to practice writing his signature on the contracts.
the notification.
Please.
Did the Eagles
Please.
pick?
Oh, for
Please.
You gotta understand.
Because I know they're not going to pick a running back. I know they're not going to pick a receiver.
You already need a running back though.
We do. We have been talking.
I mean, Deuce Vaughn.
We have been talking.
Oh, they
to,
might be getting a
no.
running back.
No.
Oh,
I would
nobody
actually-
ever
I would
running
actually if that were to happen.
They might be getting a running back.
I
The
would
reach would be so
shoot
hard.
myself. That would be a tremendous reach.
Everyone's been like, you guys need a running back. You guys need running. He
I don't
didn't
need a
pick,
running back that bad.
He said he didn't pick up Derrick Henry, cause he knew he's gonna go for a running back in the first pick.
Derrick
There's
Henry
the tunnel.
was waiting on a call. Was expecting Dallas to call. Whether or not he was actually planning on going there is a different thing. But he at least
He was-
expected them
wait.
to call him.
Where did he?
And
Wait.
they never. Who, Henry? He went to the Ravens.
Oh yeah,
Baltimore.
that's right.
Yeah.
Moses,
Is the
your
good guy.
Cowboys aren't picking.
What do you mean there?
What?
They trade back.
No!
No,
They
no,
trade
no,
back.
They traded back. Give me Jerzon Newton to the Detroit Lions. Build up the line.
That's insane.
That's rough.
I'm sorry.
That's rough. That's
Yeah,
rough. The
bro.
pick is
Ah!
Detroit Lions.
The tunnel! The tunnel! The tunnel! He said he didn't want to pick right now. The tunnel.
Jerry said, there's no good offensive lineman to pick right now. I'm
Anyone,
just going to move back and pick a trash one anyway.
anyone defensive? I'd like to go Jerzon Newton to open up more sack opportunities for Aiden Hutchinson. You know, getting a good guy on that D line to make it easier for him. I think Detroit should go
Bro,
Newton.
all in.
That's why I had them
All
going
in,
in
that's what
later.
I said.
Maybe they have
All
reason to
in.
believe he's going to get taken. But that's why I like Jerzon Newton for the Lions. But I wouldn't hate Terrion Arnold.
They
They could
did
use
not
that.
pick him. You're telling me they did not pick him? No, no. I would drive home right now. Please tell me the pick's not in.
Oh my god.
If this is Terrion Arnold, again, I wouldn't hate that because the Lions could use corners.
No, they traded their pick.
They traded their pick to the Lions.
And a Lions pick is in, I think.
Oh wow.
So we're gonna avoid the Adams chapter and find out the trade details.
Why wouldn't
We're
you
gonna
just
say-
pick
That's unfortunate
Arnold?
for this man. That's unfortunate for this man.
Deron Bland is a perfect third string.
That's fun.
Woo!
Yeah,
You bring
bro,
in
let me
Arnold
see.
and then you.
The Cowboys said we're fine. We haven't been in the Super Bowl. in the
Yeah,
last-
we're trading
We
back.
make enough money every year as it
Well,
is.
we don't need to make changes.
Yeah.
We're
Maybe
trading
next year.
Well,
will
no,
be
we're
the year.
trading back to get the best
It's
running
only
back
been
in the
like 4
draft.
years.
Nah.
We've been in the playoffs, and we haven't gone.
We're trading back.
O line or
Oh,
running back.
nah,
I'm
think
pissed.
about it. Nobody is drafted.
Wait,
a
this says
running
pick
back.
is in.
Yeah, they're gonna. Look,
on the.
Oh, it was just they had it wrong. That's why.
they're hugging. They're so happy because they got
God.
Pick is in.
they got him. They got him. They got Armstrong. They got him. They got him. They got Armstrong.
Yo, that was your pick,
Arnold.
bro. You can't just have a cornerback room with Deron Bland and Trevon Diggs, bro. You need
No,
more.
they're on Flynn is your future.
No, he's
Yeah,
not.
It's your
yeah,
future.
he is. It's all right. You
No,
just gotta
he's
accept
not.
it.
He's a third string.
You just gotta accept
He's
it.
your future.
Jeez, I'm more dressed up than most of these guys. None of them have ties. No one in this room has ties in the Lions draft room.
Different time.
That's really
You
weird.
got bow ties.
No,
Yeah,
they don't.
they-
There's nothing there.
They got family ties.
Not like me.
no K-Dot.
No Kata.
No K dot. No K dot on this. This is a Drake stream.
Oh, 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 oh.
That's where the second rank comes from.
I think the Lions going here. Terrion Arnold would not.
What comes
They can
from?
either go
That's where the
Terrion
second
Arnold or
rant-
Jerzon
That's where the
Newton.
second rank
Either way is a great pick. I think both of them could benefit the team.
They got Armstrong.
Regardless of what happens tonight, J. Cole sold.
J. Cole did. So.
They go.
Why would he take that
sell
down?
us.
Never take it down. Stan. You should have
Nah,
started.
Oh my
and
gosh, bro.
honestly-
That was Dallas's
What are you looking
pick,
for?
bro.
Nothing. Let's see where these.
That room might be locked.
They're all locked.
When we started this, you guys weren't here, or you guys got here as they were leaving.
Yeah.
There was an acapella group singing during the thing at one point. I had to get real loud. 'Cause they
He's
were,
got background music.
yeah.
He got background music.
For free.
Oh, that's crazy.
Pick was
He said, and it's
amazing.
what is it? You can't copyright claim it either.
Yeah.
free, uncut.
What are they gonna do?
His
Like,
copyright claims
take it
usually go
down.
off the vocals or the instrumentals.
Yep.
You're usually fine if you have either or.
I'm thinking. I think Fritz just spoiled it. I think it's Terrion Arnold, but I don't hate that
Fritz
pick.
probably
No,
did spoil it.
we already know. They saw him fall right below us.
Yeah, I
And
saw him fall too.
And they were like, they saw him. They the Dolphins not pick him or any of them pick him, and then I don't think Jerry knows.
Great,
Does he
great,
know?
Wait a
great
minute.
move.
Is
Great
this
move by the Lions.
actually how this is gonna happen?
Great move by the Lions. So what's our new pick?
We
then?
have to see. We have to see.
What number are we
We'll have to see.
now?
Who-
What were the Lions?
Lions.
Are we getting the?
They
oh,
were.
Let's get the mute.
They would have been
Moses, words on that. Let's get the
Words on
words.
that.
Yo, I mean, good move from the Lions. I mean, you got to take advantage of the stupidity of others, and that's exactly what the Lions did here. They took advantage of that 24th pick. They picked who we should have picked with the 24th. I mean, I'm happy for the Lions. I was rooting for them last season, and their franchise looks pretty bright. I won't speak about our franchise.
I mean,
I still can't remember his name.
I can't remember it either.
I was dead set.
bothers me.
I was dead set on opening up that edge rushing position for Aiden Hutchinson, making it easier for him to get sacked. But the fact that Terry Arnold is coming down there, I can't ignore the fact that builds up their secondary. They've got an elite corner back there now. I mean, could you imagine having an elite corner in your secondary like that?
Imagine
Someone
having two
who's
elite
consistent,
corners.
not a guy who gives up 1,000 receiving yards or a guy who just gets picks every year. But an elite corner, that's who I would on my team, right, Moses?
Yeah. Terry and Armstead, that's a great, Terry and Arnold is a great corner.
If that was me, I wouldn't trade the pick.
Yeah, me personally, I would never trade that.
I don't think I would have traded the pick either. Gosh, why would you not take Good move, Lions.
Oh, look, there's a new Lions jersey.
Good move.
Love the new Lions jerseys.
Oh yeah, that black, the black
Yeah,
alternate.
Texas.
My high school janitor, Mr. Joe Biggs, my college
It's about
jersey.
11:07.
Before I left high school, I promised him I was going to give him my jersey.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. I love it. Yeah.
If I tell you I'm going to do something for you, I really mean that.
Okay. We can recover things. Kool-Aid.
Oh yeah,
You
Kool-Aid.
treat me
But-
better than I deserve to be treated.
It's not
Y'all
him.
not gonna get him.
What were the details of the trade? We did unmute that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it doesn't matter. The details of the trade. Let's find Shefty. See what he's
peanut.
telling us. Hello.
Free.
No. Are you telling me it was just a swap?
Oh wait.
No, that's not possible. That doesn't exist. That doesn't
Let me see.
exist.
Let me see.
We just don't.
I mean,
They're DraftKings.
That comma is putting in mad work
comma
right now.
puts in mad work.
Bro,
That
carrying
comma's
the
putting in
sentence.
mad work, bro.
DraftKings said
Yo.
all in my hand.
Oh, let's see. Can we find it? We gotta find this.
Thank you.
Denver held a
Let me look
private
it up.
workout
I'm
with Bo
looking
Nix
it up.
today after
I'm
his pro
looking it
day. God, we knew that.
He said thank you, Howie, and then they drafted.
wait, who said thank you, Nelly?
Skip Bayless.
Oh, because he
wanted Arnold.
Bro.
That's hilarious. We do not have the trade details for whatever reason.
Hey, they got him for free.
I think it was just a swap.
That's not possible.
That happens.
It's never happened before.
We did that with you.
Not a straight swap. There was at least something in there. Like,
I could have sworn that was a straight swap.
there's no reason for a straight swap. Like, you're just moving back to move back.
You moved back because you want more time. I could be wrong about that pick. I thought we straight swapped with you though.
I don't think so.
Maybe. Oh, let me see. Let me see if I can find it.
Because I think that was when you guys got Smith, and that was when we got Parsons. We moved back because they got Surtain, and we wanted Surtain.
Yeah, there was picks involved in that.
Oh, I found it.
We had the
What are
deets.
the deets?
Yeah. The Lions get the first round pick and the 7th round pick for 2025, and then the Cowboys get the first round pick and the 3rd round pick for 2024.
Yeah, they get the 73rd.
So we get an extra 3rd round pick.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, we get an extra 3rd.
So basically
and a
for
fifth.
free.
Yeah.
So basically for free.
Almost. That's
That's
not bad.
We got a 7th next year.
It's
and a
good for
3rd
good
this
for the
year.
Cowboys because they need to like put some
Kool-Aid.
stuff in there.
We still get cool.
A
I
7th?
feel
get
bad
Kool-Aid.
for you.
I don't think a corner is your highest priority. I think there's other things you need to address for a
I
corner.
think we need a corner.
Yeah, you need a new quarterback.
Well, we ain't drafted one in this draft. Not at 29.
Oh, we're going to Packers, by the way. Packers, I had the Packers taking Graham Barton right now. That's why I think they're going to go. Graham Barton right now is
O-line,
good pick for them.
that's
But
right. Oh yeah, they did lose.
actually, there's corners on the clock. They could use defense. What do we have in line? I don't know. I think they should go line. Either Graham Barton or Jackson Powers Johnson. I think I'm going to go with Barton. I think they should go line because they need to prioritize that. But then again, the defense had issues. This is a tough one. Oh, they did just lose Savage. Actually, Cooper DeJean wouldn't be the worst pick here because if he works out at corner and he's across from Jair Alexander, if he doesn't work out at corner, he'll be a good safety. I don't think he can play corner. I think he's a safety. But then Cooper could play safety. I think right here.
I don't want Cooper.
Oh my gosh.
No.
Cooper DeJean is a good pick right here.
That's what you.
I want Kool-Aid.
That's who you.
I'm smoking on that Kool-Aid pack.
No, what you want is Jerry Jones.
The Packers could definitely go O-line here because they did lose Bakhtiari.
You want Jerry Jones to pass, so you can get better
I do.
management.
So
Look, I don't wish anything upon him, okay? But the clock is ticking.
they could take. Oh, we got Goodell. I got. Give me DeJean. Give me DeJean. I love this part of the night. This is where I get a guy who's not on my board, and that is wild. Not in my first round at all. I still had Tyler Guyton going before him, and then Kingsley Suamataia, the offensive tackle out of BYU.
Xavier Worthy's still on the board.
I think Xavier Worthy's still going to continue to fall, and then I still got Jackson Powers Johnson and Grant Barton out there, and
Xavier Worthy is nothing but, I'm not going to say he's nothing but speed, but those receivers that are mainly speed, those sub 4.3 people don't last too long in the league.
Unless they're.
I think Xavier Worthy
on
has
their
a
system.
spot in Kansas City where they could definitely utilize his speed. The Patrick Mahomes, I think it could do well, and that's why I like him for Kansas City. But I subscribe to your theory. I do not like him for anywhere else.
Yeah, because
Patrick Mahomes makes players good, makes players great, and I think that would work there, but nowhere else.
If he can catch the ball.
Yeah, if he can catch the ball.
He's gonna.
Jordan Morgan.
Patrick
They go too
Mahomes gonna
fast,
get
Eli.
it to him. He's gonna
Like
get
what,
it to the
Tyreek
perfect
runs a
place,
too fast.
4.3?
and he's gonna have easy catches.
Jordan Morgan is a frank
I was talking to Fritz about this.
48. He is,
What?
yeah.
He doesn't get it.
Not a bad pick.
I
I still think I would have gone Guyton, but it's a judgment call for Green Bay. They
POV.
clearly like him.
Moses trying to get here to draft
I was going crazy trying to get back here.
You were excited? See, isn't it
Because I
amazing?
had to get him and then I had to go over here.
Well, you
Zooming.
might as well took in your time because they
No,
went back. And
Not like you missed anything with Dallas.
Well, I mean, I wanted to watch the whole draft. I didn't
I know,
care
I know,
about
I
just
know.
Dallas,
I know.
but I mean, it did let me down.
And it let you down in even
Why am I here?
even worse way than you imagined.
Yeah, it really
It was
did.
even worse than what we thought.
It's worse than I could have possibly imagined.
Crazy.
Traded down for some Skittles.
Pretty much.
Right here, so the
What do I do with that
Packers.
third round pick? I mean, we could get something, but our
Uh,
running
Buccaneers
back.
on
We could
the
get our running
clock.
back.
What's the name of the other guy?
No, they're doing that.
Joseph
in this
sent
pick.
us.
Nope. Wait, what guy?
You know what I'm talking about.
The name of the guy that Joseph sent us?
Yeah.
I'm not sure what we're talking about.
When he gave
me
us the
go with-
OJ, when he gave us the OJ news. The fake
Oh,
OJ
that,
news. Yeah.
Yeah, or it was a photo. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what happened to you.
Yeah.
with the fake bro. That's
Name
exactly
for
what
quiz.
happened to you.
Oh, when I flashback.
Oh, really? She's 20. Oh, she's 21 now. I forgot we had that tomorrow. I'm at a lacrosse game tomorrow.
Oh yeah, you are going to the lacrosse game.
I'm not announcing good because I don't know lacrosse well enough for that. But like, at least I shadow.
Yeah,
Then I'm
name
gonna
of the
announce
spot.
baseball games.
Another throw
Let's see.
to the racket.
He really threw that one in the net there.
What's up, brother?
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Special teams, special plays.
Oh, this is about
Special play.
And then I want to see what's on the who's Mr. Irrelevant for the year, and that's about it. I only want to see.
The end of the weekend.
Yeah, I only want to see the first round.
I think the Buccaneers are going Darius Robinson. What I picked, they get edge rushers. What they need, it would be beneficial to them. I think. Is Shaq Barrett? Did they get rid of Shaq Barrett?
Yeah.
Did they?
Shaq, I believe Shaq Barrett.
Shaquille.
Yes, Shaq Barrett is on the Dolphins.
That's who I had going. Kool-Aid going
to Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
I think they could go corner, but again, I don't know if that corner is the right move there, considering that they did lose Shaq Barrett and Todd Bowles likes to
Is
blitz.
he retired or?
No, he's on Miami now.
Who
Oh.
are these nobodies?
That's.
Which is honestly, that's I'm not so sure. I love the Dolphins pick of Verse because they have Jalen Phillips and they have Shaq Barrett.
They didn't pick Verse.
I would have rather they gone Newton to fill the Wilkins role. Yeah, Jalen Phillips.
Yeah, Jalen Phillips is pretty good.
Yeah, so I see Drake.
He's very
May
solid.
fall
I would have.
2 years.
No, I think I would have rather them gone Newton there.
Patriots.
The Buccaneers pick is in.
Sad.
I think the Buccaneers are definitely. I think they're going to look edge. I think they should look at Darius Robinson.
Eagles. Oh yeah. Look at that.
They're talking about the
He's fast. Quentin Mitchell
Penix.
is 4.33.
talking
Penix,
about the Penix
it's
pick.
terrible.
The whole industry.
You might as well have thrown away your draft pick. I mean, you might as well. It was terrible. We
No,
got
I mean,
could've got him
it
so
worked
much
out
later.
perfectly for
Everyone
us
else.
to get Quentin Mitchell.
Vikings
Perfect
took
for everyone
JJ.
else. They were like, oh, y'all want Penix?
Isn't
I
he the
Yeah,
one for
for sure.
Michigan?
yeah, he is.
Oh
He
no.
said we don't want him.
I think he's like kind of a Brock Purdy
Guys
type.
might get
Yeah, so
Kool-Aid.
not good.
No. Brock Purdy does
Kool-Aid.
his job.
Happily take Kool-Aid.
Brock Purdy
Or-
has weapons. That's what he has.
And
Yeah,
that's
he's
what.
gonna get
But
another
like not every
trash
quarterback does
O-line.
well with weapons. Take
That's
for
what I'm
example the
scared
fact
of.
that the Niners
Good.
sucked.
Because what, last
But
time we
JJ McCarthy
drafted
can be
Niners still
D-line.
suck, though. They have
The guy we
Garoppolo.
drafted last year was a D-line. I
Yeah,
don't
but they've
remember
been
his
struggling
name.
at quarterback
but
for
I
like a
remember
while.
drafting him.
Yeah.
And I
Now
remember
they
being
have Purdy.
disappointed because
So
I
they have
actually wanted to get
Garoppolo. They were
I wanted to get
They had a
Garoppolo
really-
vaulted them to the Super Bowl.
yes,
Yeah, but
I did.
think about all
Oh,
the
you're
time
right.
between
I
that.
forgot about that. I was gonna say I wanted to get
Colin Kaepernick.
Will Levis
No, Colin Kaepernick
because I wanted to get a quarterback
Yeah,
to sit
you
behind
did.
It was
Zach.
a rough stretch. There was one point where they ended up.
I wanted to get Will
bottom
Levis,
three of the
but then
league.
Nolan Smith was available. I didn't realize Nolan
Yeah.
Smith was going to be available,
No one.
and
They didn't have
should have
good
drafted
quarterbacks.
Nolan Smith. Did
They
not
had to
draft
have a
Nolan Smith,
quarterback.
and instead
They had
drafted
like
Mozzie
Nick
Smith.
Williams.
We drafted the wrong
Yeah,
Smith.
the
That's
wrong
what it was.
Smith.
We drafted the wrong. Oh, we got to mute. We got to mute.
Oh,
We got Buccaneers.
That was an
That's
underwhelming
who it
pick.
was.
I liked Mozzie Smith.
Mozzie Smith.
Bro,
Bro doesn't
dreamed
play.
of playing
He doesn't
college
play.
lacrosse.
We drafted him too high.
Yeah.
Should have drafted Nolan Smith with our first round and then picked Mozzie in the second round.
Oh, I would have taken Nolan Smith, but I didn't hate the Mozzie Smith and wow.
Mozzie Smith doesn't do anything. We don't need you to.
Well,
The Cardinals, I had them picking Chop Robinson. Probably going to go
Well,
Darius
Nolan
Robinson
didn't do
for the Cardinals.
anything
I think
either,
they
as
do
you
need
can
to
see.
look at
He
the
would have done
defense.
more on our team.
How behind
Because
are
we
we?
would've
I just
actually
saw
played it.
that the Cardinals put what they went for, but like Staying on what I was saying. Oh, yeah, we are way behind, and the
Yeah.
Cardinals go Darius Robinson.
Wow.
I would have gone with that because I actually had them taking Chop Robinson and Darius Robinson going to the Buccaneers first. They do need to address defense in the second half of the draft again. The falling through the sand metaphor I mentioned so much, I attribute it to the fact that I came up with it talking about the Cardinals. It's like a team that you're holding loose sand. It's just falling through your fingers. Every time you try to pick it up, more falls out. This is finally their chance to fix that. They've got added a nice edge rusher, Darius Robinson, out of Missouri. I think he's better than Chop. I like his abilities. He's very good. And it's going to complement a Marvin Harrison Jr. pick to make a very well-rounded draft for them already in the first round. But the Buccaneers pick, Graham Barton, also very good. I had him going to the Packers before he gets to the Buccaneers. But that's nice for them to add their line. Again, it's going to protect Baker Mayfield, presumably. And this next season. It's a good pick for him. Some people like Jackson Powers Johnson more. Some people like Graham Barton more. I'm indifferent to both of them. They're both good. It's a solid pick for the Buccaneers, though. But we are at Buffalo 28. Right here, Buffalo is an important pick here because Buffalo traded Stephon Diggs.
Don't you dare touch my phone.
What?
I'll touch
Oh, yeah,
your phone.
yeah,
Don't you touch
Stephon.
Touch
We're
my
wild
phone,
for to find
I'll
out right
touch
now.
Your
touch
John
my
is-
phone,
your
I
John
touch
is-
you.
It is
Yeah,
past
well,
80%. It
yeah.
is past 80%.
Touch my phone, I touch you.
Everyone was like,
Convince
big
him.
boy.
Yeah,
Touch
get
my
him.
phone.
Remember his brother
You touch my
tweeted,
phone, I
"Hey, Mom,
touch
Your
you.
John is
out
over
of there."
80%. It's
Don't
Yeah.
touch my phone. It's my
No,
charger.
he doesn't.
Let him use
Josh
your
Allen's not
charger.
gonna have it
Hey
anymore.
yo, hey yo,
Damn it,
hey yo, hey yo, hell no, Sit your ass down,
We got
buddy.
4 picks left.
Here,
I was looking
Nah,
for
I'm-
it all day.
I'm gonna put that finger in your hole.
That's
Hey.
Oh,
Wow.
Y'all all sus for that. Y'all all mad sus for
Why is
that.
there a
I ain't
speed
even
bump
gonna
in
lie.
Speed bump in here?
That's a speed bump.
No, it's power cords go under that.
Oh, okay.
It's so you know they can't go too fast.
Speed bump.
It was like a little speed bump.
That's crazy.
That's wild.
They be zooming in his cars. They had to slow him down somehow.
No speeding in no.
Yeah, it's because of that ramp. You catch a real speed on that ramp over there. But
Where you're ramp off like the stairwell?
Hey, Paul, you gonna
that's
run
all
it right
that's
now?
down there.
Paul, go up to the ramp. Take it on the
Bro, I
skateboard.
wanna
We got-
Reese's
You're gonna need something
fast
to hold the
break
door.
would be great.
When I hit that lid.
No, you could turn it. You could turn it.
A Reese's fast break would be great
He
right
could do a
now.
90.
I think right here they're gonna go.
Hey.
Yeah.
Nice.
And that's why we have speed bumps. Dangerous stunts like that.
Dangerous stunts.
Adonai Mitchell here. That's my pick. I like Adonai Mitchell. I watched his tape.
What's Mitchell? What's
There's a hill over
Mitchell is the
receiver.
wide receiver at
Okay.
Texas.
Oh.
He was the number 1 at Texas. I watched him. He's very good. I like him. He's very well run. He's probably the last of the elite receivers, in my opinion, in this draft. After that, we get to guys where Lad McConkey, I'm a little bit iffy on. I really am struggle to get an opinion on him. He's able to get kind of DK Metcalf-ish. Do like him, but then again, DK Metcalf, we see how that pans out in the NFL right now, how that archetype is. I mean, you think it's better. But I think they have to go receiver. They have to address receiver. And I think Adonai Mitchell is the final elite receiver, in my opinion, in this draft. Take him, put someone there for Josh Allen to throw to. Josh Allen, make him better. They'll make each other better. It's going to look great on offense. Hopefully, though, we get a double receiver addressing, if you will, by Buffalo in some way or shape or form, because you're going to need someone else out there. No, wait, I take that back, because you have Dalton Kincaid. Dalton Kincaid has to pick up the slack of the lack of a receiver to make at least 2 targets out there. And Dalton Kincaid was a great pick for last year. Best tight end in that draft. Very good receiving tight end. Him, Dawson Knox, likely taking more role than Dawson Knox from volume. It's a good pick, I think.
Sacks?
Now, they're taking a while for this. Oh, wait.
They're trading the
Never
pick.
mind. They trade to Kansas City.
Kansas?
Oh,
no!
What?
What are they
doing?
No,
Chiefs
no,
are
they
on
don't
the
need
clock.
Bills.
They're
The
taking.
Chiefs. Oh no, Chiefs. No,
Chiefs
what are
are
you
not
doing?
losing to me.
You don't.
The pick is in.
The pick is in
Already?
Oh no!
I would have gone Xavier Worthy if I were the Chiefs. I think he could be the next Tyreek Hill for them. He doesn't have that special. He doesn't have the tape
No,
for
that's
it. but
that's
he's got
what
the
they.
speed.
That's who they want. They
But
want
if they want a good receiver, they're gonna go with Adonai Mitchell. That's a good pick right there. Adonai Mitchell. That's a right pick.
or
They lost Kenny.
or Worthy.
They lost.
I think they're
They
gonna
lost Tony. They
try to
lost
get worse.
I don't know.
But they
If they
lose
traded
No,
up,
they still
Tony
have
can't
I don't think
Tony
they
can't
get
catch.
Worthy.
Tony's not worth.
So
Yeah, because Worthy's looking like a early.
Worthy would have been a
second.
good pick
early
for them
to-
at like 32.
That's
But-
why I've had them taking Worthy all whole time because of the 32. But now they're
Moving up.
here. They can get Mitchell. They're wanting Adonai
and they
Mitchell.
lost Rice because of the linebacker.
They may have lost.
They haven't.
Rice.
They.
may
I
have
think.
lost Rice.
I don't
no,
know.
they got. He was suspended. He was suspended.
Yeah, I think
for a
Rice
few
is
games.
suspended.
For a few
He'll
games.
be good for next year at some point. But
But
it's not like Rice is anything
yeah,
to write home about.
because
You got lucky with that.
they
Not,
they
not
see-
talking like Rice is like
His
the
career
next
could have
big thing.
been done.
Rice is really
no
good.
since it was the Chiefs they turn a blind eye.
Yeah. No, he's not wrong.
They said we need these boys to make their third in a row.
If
Let
it
him off
was
easy.
if it was any other
Any
Uh,
other team, they probably
yeah.
Yeah, because Henry
They-
Ruggs
they
got
would've-
the get them.
Well, Henry Ruggs killed someone.
Yeah, Henry Ruggs
Henry
killed someone.
Ruggs, yeah.
He,
Nah, they got free my man Henry Ruggs, bro.
I mean-
he ain't do
Ruggs
nothing
barely
wrong.
got on the highway.
He was just barreling down at 100
50
and
miles an hour.
drunk,
Drunk driving.
hit a
He was
woman.
unaware.
I mean, in a way, yes.
Guys can't have a good time anymore.
Yeah, he was just a young man having a good time.
Just-
Your Honor,
What?
boys will be boys.
Yeah, under 25.
Oh my god.
Wow, this is
terrible.
crazy.
25?
I mean, it's probably got to be Mitchell, right? I don't see
So Ruggs
Mickey
actually
Worthy this
going
high.
to get out at a point in time where he could theoretically come back.
No.
He could. He'd be like 30 something, 31. I think.
Ruggs.
Yeah, Ruggs.
Would he still be able to like participate though?
Yeah, he's
in the
25
league?
now.
Oh, I mean, you play with felonies. Vic played with a felony, so.
Oh. Well, he was dogfighting us.
Yeah,
that is
Henry-
slightly different.
Henry Ruggs literally killed someone.
Yeah.
Jalen Carter.
I mean,
Because he
so that
was
OJ
drunk.
Simpson, but we're not.
No,
gonna talk
Jalen
about
Carter.
He did it
He
after.
did that
He did it
after
after.
his career.
Jalen Carter
After
did not
he
kill
made
someone.
amazing
Jalen
Yeah, he
Carter.
did that after
He
his
raised
career.
Oh, well, I
the-
mean-
He broke records,
Wasn't
killed
there
the game, and then
allegations?
killed someone else.
Wasn't there allegations about Tom Brady too?
I did not see the.
I
No,
highly doubt
it's
Tom
Ray
Brady.
Lewis.
Oh, it was Ray Lewis.
Ray
right?
Lewis, there's allegations that Ray Lewis killed
What
someone
did-
in a bar.
What did
In a
Eminem
bar fight.
Oh,
say?
yeah, that's right.
Maximum
In the beginning of
125.
I know Eminem hype about the
Yeah, it'll be
the
out.
trade,
Oh, yeah.
the trade up.
What did Eminem say? Did you see that?
I don't know. It was at the beginning. I wasn't really listening to that. I was like
I
locking
know
in.
he's excited.
I was
about
was preparing the stream when that was going on. Oh, here we go. We get the details. Chiefs received the Bills' fourth round pick and the Bills' seventh round pick. The Bills will receive the Chiefs' third round pick and the Chiefs' seventh round pick, all in this year's
That's
draft.
crazy. They didn't.
And then of course a pick swap.
they didn't show any other trade picks, but the
Probably
Chiefs.
because this
pick.
was the craziest trade.
But the Chiefs.
No one
That's a
expected the
weird
Chiefs to
trade.
trade up.
That's a good trade. It's a good trade. Buffalo moves up a whole round. In return, the
Yeah.
Chiefs move up a few picks. But I just hope they did not have their eyes set on Adonai Mitchell. You know what? I would not mind an Xavier Legette or Lad McConkey pick there, but I don't want them taking Worthy. I think this right here, this should be Adonai Mitchell, though. Here we go. Just mute.
They traded up for
Worthy.
Worthy.
I told
What would you
you.
do that?
I told you.
Necessary.
Stay back. I told you.
What was
No,
just
the
gave
Bills.
up?
The Bills
4.2
probably
in 1
saying
second.
we need a wide receiver.
We do
We
not
might
need
take
that.
We might take Worthy, and they're like, we want Worthy. Take the better receiver.
Eagles.
I don't understand that.
No, they wanted Worthy. They
I know they wanted Worthy, but he was going to be there the third
No,
time. so-
no. The Bills probably was like, we're about to take
Bills
Worthy.
needed to replace
We're
Diggs.
about to take Worthy.
They did.
Adonai
And
Mitchell is the
they're
better
like, no,
overall
we want-
receiver, though.
No, but they wanted Worthy.
Worthy could be a Tyreek Hill guy, but I think it also you don't want a John Ross, and I feel like I get a more John Ross vibes if he goes to the Bills. But if he goes to the Chiefs with Andy Reid, and he's a quarterback whisperer, but
And
he's
they-
an offensive mastermind.
They know.
Tyreek Hill comparison, literally Tyreek Hill. That was
They know that. They know that. And they use that against them. They were like, we're gonna take them even if they didn't have any plans of taking them.
So
And then they were like, you better trade us. And then so they traded up for him so they would have had him. That's probably what they did.
that's just weird. I just don't understand trading for Worthy. I don't know. I maybe he wasn't gonna be there, but I think he would have been there. But
the Chiefs just got another fast receiver.
they clearly got a reason to trade for him. He could be the next Tyreek Hill. He's a great punt returner. He was a
Patrick Mahomes
great
was
at
like
Texas.
Patrick Mahomes like
They got rid of Tyreek.
they
don't
got
wanna have
rid of
another
Tyreek
one.
Hill. We're getting another Tyreek
That's-
Hill.
Look, I think Xavier Worthy's a great fit in Kansas City. I think he belongs in Kansas City.
Dallas
I
pick is in.
Dallas pick is in.
Oh shoot.
Oh.
Oh shoot. Oh shoot.
Look, I think Xavier Worthy belongs in Kansas City. I think that's where he needs to be. It's amazing that the Bills can still get out
I
of
wonder
Mitchell.
that Kool-Aid.
who you're gonna get.
Kool-Aid.
But
Kool-Aid's still there.
I'd be hurt if Kool-Aid McKinstry goes to Dallas because I became so in love with him.
Is that his name?
That was
Yeah.
Kool-Aid. His real name is something else, but he's been called Kool-Aid since he was like 3. So like
Yeah.
he actually goes by Kool-Aid. Like it's on. You'll see Kool-Aid.
It would
McKinstry.
pop up, on the
Oh,
this
that's
thing.
insane.
Yeah.
So you've been saying gay shit this whole time.
What?
Yeah, you said I want.
Everyone's
You said I want to
looking.
sip on.
Everyone's looking.
Kool-Aid. I want
That's all-
I'm
Wow.
smoking on that Kool-Aid pack, all right?
That's
Everyone's
good.
depressed right now.
They should be. They should be
Cowboys
disappointed in
team
But
themselves.
Jerry's just like, guys, I swear.
All right, look, we're gonna.
It should
Look,
say
now
team
it's
needs-
going to be a
It's
great
gonna
day
be
here.
okay. We're gonna get our guy.
We got that Cooper DeJean boy.
That kid right there looked like the happiest on the thing.
He's
Oh my
future
God.
owner. Oh, there's the one dude, the hat dude. He's always alright.
That guy.
I think the Dallas Cowboys gotta. I don't think they gotta go Kool-Aid.
Okay.
I'm just disagreeing with
You
you.
give
I
me.
think we've got.
I think Dallas goes Tyler. Like I said, Tyler Guyton. I had him earlier. I think that's a great pick for Dallas. I think they like him. Moses, you are the Dallas Cowboys fan. Let's hear your reaction.
Okay, I mean, I am a little disappointed not picking a corner, but I mean, Tyron Smith did leave. We did have to patch that hole back up. Taking offensive tackle here isn't the worst move. Tyler Guyton seems like he could be decent. It's better than the Mozzie pick last year, so I'm not as mad as I was then.
I will say Moses Smith was a risk.
He's training with Lane Johnson.
Yeah,
he
he's
pro-
strong.
He knows what he's doing. At least I feel like we didn't reach with this.
I don't think it was a reach. I actually think it was a smart move. I thought they would have taken Guyton 24. That was what I had mocked. But they saw the opportunity that they could fall back. Kind of like the Jaguars, fall back, get the same. Actually, the Jaguars didn't get Arnold, but still got Brian Thomas. You could fall back, get your guy you wanted. That's what they did with Guyton. Fell back, got the same thing they were looking for. Ravens pick is fast. Ravens actually, I think I'm pretty confident the Ravens pick is what I predicted. Peyton Wilson, the inside linebacker, to fill in the Patrick Queen-sized hole that left this offseason. But that being said, I think a great pick by Dallas. I think you got to fill in that Tyron Smith. You got to address that offensive line. It's a staple of Dallas. It's something that's very important to the team. And got to keep Dak safe. Because let's be honest, I wouldn't say he's injury prone, but he's had his fair share of injuries. And we've seen, not that he's injury prone, but what an injury to Dallas, Dak Prescott does to the team is it ruins the season. Look,
Well,
I think Dak Prescott has issues. I think a lot of times.
to be honest, they probably want him to ruin the season this time, cause they want a higher pick next year. They want a higher pick next year.
That wouldn't be the reason why they sabotage the season.
They
Really, they
want
sabotage the season is to get leverage on Dak for his contract.
The contract and to get what's it called? A quarterback. They want
They
a.
don't want to draft a quarterback next year. They don't want to draft a quarterback for a while.
I don't know. Depends on how Dak does this year. I think Dak's in a career year right now.
Yeah,
But no, I think it's a good pick. Protect Dak, because not that Dak's injury prone, but when he has been injured, we've seen the absolute turmoil that Dallas goes through. So got to keep that line fixed, especially
2020 was crazy.
if you're going to take a running back in the second round. The weaker running back talent in this draft, you're going to need someone that you could still be a good running back, but it has to be able to play through the line, and especially if you're going to rely on like Deuce Vaughn. I don't know if he's going to come.
We're not relying on Deuce Vaughn.
Still, you're gonna need a guy that can play, but they're gonna need the line to help him play. So a good pick for Tyler Guyton. Peyton Wilson right here for the Ravens.
Deuce Vaughn is your
future. Like a Darren Sproles.
Maybe.
We say that about every small running back that comes out, and they never do.
Maybe.
Remember,
but I highly doubt it.
Remember for the Eagles, Donald Pumphrey?
Nah.
No one remembers Donald Pumphrey?
What
San
you say,
Diego
Humphrey?
State.
Pumphrey.
He came out of San Diego State. He has the FBS all-time record of rushing yards because he was there for like 6 years. And you were like, we were all hyped about him getting in the fourth round because he was like 5'6". It was just after Darren Sproles retired. I'll show you a picture. You probably recognize him. He barely touched the field. Did you find him?
You know, that was a really good running back for us.
I do
Corey
remember
Clement.
him.
Oh yeah, then he didn't see the field.
Yeah, I know.
There was one guy that I was really excited about, wide receiver, that we picked. Big dude. JJ Arcega-Whiteside.
Oh, JJ
it was
Arcega-Whiteside.
so much hype for him, and then he never saw the field.
I didn't get the hype for him, but I was ready for him. I was like, oh, this is gonna be good, and then he just never panned out. There's nothing ever came of him. I was like, that's just a forgotten Eagles player. But we got the pick coming in. I'm pretty confident it's gonna be Peyton Wilson out of NC State. Wait, is he NC State? Doesn't matter. Peyton, yeah, NC State senior inside linebacker. That's his pick though.
I think they needed a corner.
Interesting.
They didn't need a corner. I don't
Let's
feel like they needed a corner.
Well, they definitely didn't need a running back.
You have Marlon Humphrey.
Yo, Derrick Henry's about to run for like 10,000 yards.
Kyle Hamilton.
Especially with the
Marlon
banning
Humphrey.
of the hip drop tackle too.
I guess they're gonna rely on Kyle Van Noy,
They
maybe.
banned the head drop tackle?
Yeah, they did.
So what does that mean?
You can't tackle a guy like pulling your weight down behind them.
Oh, wait, yeah. I saw that.
I guess I see the
Basically, it's a
I mean, they
tackle.
do kind of need.
the issue I have with Nate Wiggins. I watched a lot of tape on him. Nate Wiggins makes some good plays, but he has some technique issues, in my opinions. I've seen there's one time where he tackles a guy just with the shoulder. He goes down. But again, you're playing future accountants, future financial professionals, future doctors.
An NFL player like that, they're gonna just shake it off.
You do this to an NFL player, he goes, get off of me. Like, that's not a good tackle. I don't know if his tackles will translate to the game. I'm a little worried about Nate Wiggins' ability to transfer his college game to the professional league. But the same deal with Kool-Aid, because Kool-Aid's technique in his pass breakups, kind of reminds me of stuff I'll do, where I'll just be like, just like jumping out there. And like, Kool-Aid kind of just launches his body sometimes. Again, it's the technique issues. I'm glad the Eagles are going to miss out on this, getting Quinion Mitchell, who plays great football. But yeah, it's those issues like that. I don't know. It's a dealer's choice whether you want Nate Wiggins or Kool-Aid McKinstry, but they chose Wiggins. I would have gone McKinstry.
San Francisco.
Otherwise, solid pick. Defining their secondary. I guess that's they prioritize the secondary. They're bringing in a new defensive coordinator, I assume.
Carolina has the last pick.
No, it's the first pick of the second round.
I was going to say, how's that possible?
New Ravens. DC.
Who did the Panthers get?
Zach Orr. Who is Zach Orr? The Panthers? They
Panthers did not have a first.
Their pick was.
Yeah.
Their
Was the
pick
Bears'
was the
first?
Bears' first overall pick. Caleb Williams was their pick.
31.
But they don't need
So this is the last pick.
Second
this
one.
round.
Yeah, but they definitely used that number one overall pick
Yeah, I know. Why didn't they have one?
because they traded it to. They traded
They
their
traded
pick
to the
this
Bears.
for this year to the Bears for the Bears' number one pick last year to get Bryce Young
Oh.
and a bunch of other picks.
Yeah, I did forget about that.
So he was former inside linebackers coach. It's even more surprising. He's the Ravens inside linebackers coach. I would have thought he'd gone Wilson. I guess they trust Van Noy. I don't know if I'm
That's a terrible
putting that much in Van
situation.
Noy still.
Good in the second round.
But I mean, we'll see.
They just gotta pray.
Kool-Aid's right there.
I don't. Who do the Panthers even need?
They could.
The Panthers
I don't
need
know if they need
receivers.
corner, though.
I just
Panthers-
like using them at Madden. 'Cause they're not. They're like bad. But
The Panthers need edge
fast people.
and receivers and potentially corner. I had them taking Chop Robinson, but he's off the board.
I really like their tight end. What was his name?
Hayden Hurst.
Hayden Hurst.
Hayden Hurst.
Yeah.
Madden? Oh my god, he's so fast for a tight end. People don't expect it.
Hayden Hurst is an intellectual player.
You're like, oh,
Very,
you're
very
so bad.
mental games. Hayden Hurst.
Edge rusher is pretty light for them, so I think the Carolina Panthers are definitely going to go wide receiver. I think we're either going to see Ladd McConkey or Xavier Legette, assuming we see Adonai Mitchell go off the board at Buffalo at 32. But 31, I'm going to stick with the pick I had. Kingsley Suamatai or Jackson Powers Johnson.
Jackson Powers Johnson's still there. Great.
Jackson Powers Johnson is still here. I think I might be wanting to go Jackson Powers Johnson. Oh, hold up. Brandon Ayuk could potentially be getting traded.
Oh.
There are some issues there.
Yeah.
So we could see an Adonai Mitchell or Xavier Legette. 'Cause I'm just seeing right now on ESPN it's got best fit Xavier Legette.
yeah.
And remember,
Oh.
Ayuk might not be on the team.
That's true.
Now it says Legette, but I don't like that for Legette because I think Legette's not well-rounded enough. I would like Adonai Mitchell better than Legette, just because he's kind of a DK Metcalf like similarity, and like I don't know what it is. Everything about DK Metcalf screams explosive, great receiver, but it just doesn't come out as much as I'd like it to. And I think the 49ers need to get to match or improve on Brandon Ayuk in this draft.
They said Debo might also be gone too. Or Debo or Ayuk.
Yeah.
They said.
I mean, especially with Ayuk's getting a new contract, that's the big issue. But I like that pick for. I don't think I'd go Adonai Mitchell. I'm taking a receiver, but I think they do need to address the offensive line. It's going to be game time decision by them. They're going to make telling who they like more. If we're going to be honest, though, you have Ayuk for this season. I don't know if the receivers are as talented enough to go now, but you could get a tackle who could be at least sufficient. Build up more. I'm going to build through the trenches. I'm going to go with Kingsley Suamatai. Let's see what they take.
The pick is in.
the hell is
So Ricky Parasol, he's actually I do recognize it. At first I'm like, who? And then I'm like, he's in my the magazine I bought for $12. Remember? I bought a draft magazine, scouting reports and everything. Only to find out it was pre-Super Bowl made, so it was no combine results or anything. So that was awesome. But Ricky Parasol was they highly talked about him. They talked highly on Keon Coleman. I don't hear much about Keon Coleman. I don't know if I like the Ricky Parasol. I would have. No, I don't like that actually. No, I'm just standing on that. I don't like that. No.
Sit.
No.
Sit this first year.
Oh.
I don't see
Wow.
him.
Oh, that was
impressive.
the same guy that did
Yeah.
that. Oh, that was him.
He might have hands.
Oh,
He might have
he said-
hands.
Wait, let's watch this film.
He does have
I don't think I've ever seen Parasol's film, but
Bro,
he's got.
Okay,
hands.
he might have hands. That might be the appeal there.
He said,
He's like a light skinned OBJ.
Who do the
He's
49ers have that are like a week late?
That's what I said. Oh, he's white. He's a white
He's a
OBJ.
white
They
OBJ.
have Debo, they have Brandon. Who else did they have?
that was a nice catch though.
That was a nice
Then they got
catch.
Kittle.
Beautiful catch.
Mhm.
Panthers are now on the clock. The pick is. Oh!
The pick is in.
The Panthers
Oh, he
traded.
traded up.
Oh, they traded
Oh, good move.
Oh, let's go. They got a round 1 and a round 2.
They're going for
Whoa.
Adonai Mitchell.
They
Calling it
got
out.
back-to-back picks.
The Panthers are taking Adonai Mitchell, and then they're going to come back
What
and they're
are the
going to
Panthers
take a
planning?
edge rusher. It's the best one still. They're going to
They're
take
not-
Braylon
what are the
Trice.
Bills
Oh, so
planning?
that's the last pick of the night,
The
right?
Bills want everything. They're getting.
They're
And
screwing
then
themselves a little.
tomorrow,
I really
tomorrow
don't
they'll
understand
start
the
the
Bills
second
plan.
and third round, right?
Yeah.
Oh, so they don't start the second round tonight?
No, only first round on the first night.
The Parasol pick is interesting. I don't know about it. I mean, his highlights look cool, but Cooper DeJean's highlights look cool. And look at him now. He's made it in the second round. That's a
I
great
mean,
move by him.
We've
Unless we
already
see him go to
seen-
Carolina.
You good? You good?
We've already seen that highlights aren't everything.
Exactly.
So
I don't know. Maybe they're planning for Ayuk to leave.
See, here they've got Parasol up ranked high on
And
ESPN.
they just want like another like number 2-ish, number 3 receiver. Not terrible, but it definitely could backfire.
do you think Adonai
Risky.
Mitchell might drop to the second round?
I don't think so. I think Adonai Mitchell's going right now to the Carolina Panthers.
Could be a good move.
And then tomorrow they take Braylon Trice or Edgerrin Cooper, Junior Cole. Oh, is Edgerrin Cooper is he edge rusher? Let me see. It's the backfield, sideline to sideline. It's where I start not knowing some of these players. Junior Colson, Nick Bolton.
The Celtics are down 3-0.
They're up 3-0.
Oh, that makes sense.
Who were they playing?
The Heat? The Heat, yeah, I know.
And the Heat are cooked.
Tatum in playoff mode.
Someone said the two worst teams in the NFL should play the Thursday night before wild card weekend, and the winner gets first overall pick in the draft. The perfect end to Thursday night football. I could see that. I could see that.
Here's
Amazon
Thursday
got
night
fleeced
So
when
it'd
they
be what?
did that
The
deal.
Panthers versus.
Oh, here's the trade details.
Commanders. Yeah.
Oh. Oh. Interesting. So they did a pick swap. I wasn't sure they did this. So they did a pick swap. Panthers get 32. Bills get the first pick tomorrow night, 33. And then the Bills moved up to the 5th round, and the Panthers moved down to the 6th round. So they swapped a 6th and a 5th.
That's weird.
Advantage to the Bills.
I don't know if that's a good move for the Panthers.
I think I know what the Bills are doing here. I think the Bills are trying to get slightly better quality guys to build around their roster, moving up from 4 to 3 and moving up from 6 to 5 in the rounds. Nice moves, very subtle, and I think they're weighing the talent disparities.
Mhm.
Again, I like Adonai Mitchell much more than Xavier Legette. A lot of people, they're in the middle. A lot of people think Xavier Legette, is on an even level. Some people think he's better. So it's reasonable for them to not care about the disparity. They can go either way, especially when you have a blank canvas of an offense in both situations where, you have Adam Thielen, but it's not going to be there forever. You have you're going to take your next wide receiver 1, that will dictate what your wide receiver core looks like and the kind of guy you need. It could be any one of them. So picking from a blank slate of wide receivers, you can go either way. And they're both good receivers. Again, I prefer Mitchell, and I think the Panthers should take Mitchell. But I could see Leggett going right here. I'm going to call Mitchell, though. We got the pick, though. So, to finish off the night, the Carolina Panthers have selected Xavier Leggett out of South Carolina. I might be pronouncing his name wrong, but then again, it also may have Roger, because he was stumbling on it. He's like, Leggett. But regardless, it's a good pick. Very DK Metcalf-ish. You're going to see his highlights, hopefully. He bodies guys, strong. He's a physical guy. He's a physical receiver. Not A.J. Brown explosive, but he's fast. And he's a good player. Actually, he plays tall. Watch this.
So that's like your jump ball
Goes around.
guy.
He's just fine. He's just with him.
Yeah.
Takes that.
That was nice.
He's good. He's good out in the open field. Competition, South Carolina. All right, look at this. Look at this.
Yeah, it seems like he's
good at getting
He's just
separation
tossing
off
up.
of a man coverage.
Yeah, that's your guy that you know is gonna come down with it. If you throw
Well,
it up to
he's
him,
got
he's gonna
speed.
come down
He's
with
got
it.
that speed
Oh my
too.
God.
Nice to give the ball to him.
Again, some people like him more than Mitchell. I like Mitchell more, but that's okay. That's okay because the Bills are going to take Adonai Mitchell tomorrow. 7:00 tomorrow. Calling it. Bills taking Adonai
Moved
Mitchell.
by the Bills.
Wide
That
receiver
is a good
outside.
move by
Still
the
getting the
Bills.
same guy.
Yeah.
Good move by the Bills. The Bills got the same guy I thought they would get since when they traded, and they've gone up
I didn't think
from
he
the
was gonna
third,
fall
from the
to
fourth to the
second.
third, and from the sixth to the fifth.
Yeah.
Those great picks. Overall, very good draft. To wrap it up, the worst, the biggest loser has to be Atlanta.
Gotta be Atlanta.
Took a player
with
that will
Penix,
not
with
start
that Penix,
for
that Penix pick.
who
was
knows how long.
terrible.
I mean, I don't even understand why. Let's look at the SPO track. Pull up the SPO track to get real specific on what Kirk Cousins' contract looks like. To even see if we can try and rationalize this. Here we go. Is it 3-year contract? I thought it was 4 years.
William Williams was a beautiful pick.
If the Falcons cut Kirk Cousins ahead of 2025, he'll cost them at least $40 million against the Falcons' salary cap and dead money. It's not worth it. We've talked about we have talked about actually we didn't hear. I've talked about on the show Daniel Jones, the Daniel Jones factor. He has a dead cap of $22.5 million if he gets cut next offseason, which is why people talked about getting a quarterback potentially and having him sit. I didn't like that. I think quarterback next year is good. Take the garbage contract and $22.5 million, overpriced for a rookie, but underpriced for a quarterback. You have a good team. You're not going to field playoff team, Super Bowl team anyways. So it's a good time to cut him. $40 million is too much to cut a guy. $40 million is like rust cutting. That's rough.
Yeah.
The Broncos are going to pay for that. They're going to pay for that. So
Embiid has Bell's palsy.
what?
That's what it says. Embiid is going to keep fighting despite case of Bell's palsy. What?
What? Oh, it's a mild case. That's not
What
that
does that even mean? Like can't move his muscle?
bad. I think it's to his knee.
Oh.
Let me next year.
They're always got a problem.
Yeah, that's his thing.
I have an issue. Like, bro.
Yeah, no.
You do your job. Your job is to play basketball. That's why you get paid.
The problem with big guys, injuries are a major issue.
Nah.
But let's look at this Kirk Cousins contract. Look at this Kirk Cousins contract. He's getting paid, so it's a 4-year contract. Now he's getting paid. He's got a cap hit of 25 this year for the Falcons, then 40 next year, then 57.5 million the year after that, and then 57.5 million again. But there's a potential out in the contract in 2027. So I guess that's what they're seeing. They sit Penix for 3 years and take the out, depending on how they feel. Kind of like the 49ers did with Trey Lance. But again, that Trey Lance pick was historically bad. You had a guy sit for a while and you took him top 3. It's a waste of a pick. You could have spent on anything better. And you did that now with an 8th pick, when you could have gotten someone to build your defense. You could have gotten a quarterback in the next 3 years. It could have been at or above the level of Michael Penix. And that could have been at 26. If you guys make the playoffs, miss the NFC Championship, pick 26, 24, something like that, 22, you can still get a quarterback there who is at or above the level of Michael Penix. And that's why I do not like that pick. I just don't like that pick. It's too high. It's a joke for a guy who's going to not play for the next 3 years guaranteed, and potentially 4. I mean, it just doesn't make sense. And what happens if at 39 years old, Kirk Cousins is still firing? I mean, 40 years old, you're not going to re-sign Kirk Cousins after a 4,000-yard season? I mean, seriously. Atlanta is betting on the downfall of Kirk Cousins. I don't like it.
Why would they get him in the first place? It's a waste of money.
Exactly. Why are you going for him if you... I understand not wanting to start Penix for the first year, but 4 years of no Penix, but at least 3 years of no Penix, potentially 4, and who knows what happens after his contract if he's still looking great.
Can't they trade him, though, next year?
I believe there's a no trade clause.
In the draft, next year?
The contract includes a no trade clause.
What, the rookie contract?
No, Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins' contract has a no trade clause.
I'm talking about Michael Penix. They got him this year.
They could trade Penix, but they will get way less for Penix than they spent on him. They won't get a first round pick like that for him. I don't think they'll get a first round pick for him. He's not worth that.
Yeah, I don't know if they trade for a pick, maybe a player, but I don't know who they trade for.
That's ridiculous. But the winner of tonight's draft, Minnesota. Minnesota had a great draft. They got the quarterback they needed. They got, or actually, it's either Minnesota or it's Chicago. Chicago getting Romeo Dunn,
Chicago did pretty well.
Caleb Williams, great picks, but not stunners. Look, I was not shocked, but good picks. But Minnesota getting both. Who'd they get? They got Dallas Turner and J.J. McCarthy. They got their quarterback for probably the next 5 years, 10 years maybe. He can outlast. They can finally get the extension for Justin Jefferson. They've built the offensive core. The offensive core is set. They have Aaron Jones. All those guys are there. All J.J. McCarthy has to do is read the field and get the ball out to them accurately, which is what he's great at doing, playing in this pro-style offense. And then you've got, on the defensive side, you now have the best defensive player in this draft, in my opinion, Dallas Turner, who's going to come off that edge, across from Jonathan Grenard. It's going to make a devilish combo that is really going to stump off offenses. I think the winners of this draft have to be, in my opinion, the Minnesota Vikings. They made great trades. They used that 23 perfectly, and they got really lucky with the move up from 11 to 10 was great. I gotta admit, they made great plays. They made great picks.
Yeah.
I agree.
I like the Bears picks too. The wide receiver, they need a wide receiver to pair with Caleb Williams, and they got their generational talent that they were looking for years.
We'll see.
I don't know. I think Caleb Williams is gonna be really good. I'm really excited to see him go out on that field. He's gonna play good football.
Probably.
They're gonna tailor that offense to him. I'm a little scared for Jaden Daniels. It's going to be rough.
Yeah.
But Cliff Kingsbury's going to get fired this year. That spread offense is going to be rough for him, but he will stay. I do not see a world where Jaden Daniels busts. I just don't see how that could happen because he's so gifted, athletically gifted. Mind is perfect. He's got a great vision of the field. He's got an amazing arm. His legs are amazing. He is my perfect quarterback. If I had to start a franchise with any of these quarterbacks in the draft, I might go Jaden Daniels just because of the way the NFL operates over Caleb Williams. That's just me. I like Jaden Daniels a lot. I think he's could be the best quarterback in this draft because there are some issues with Caleb Williams. They have seemed to be resolved. You got to remember, as because of college senior. We know Xavier is a college senior, probably just like the same age as Caleb Williams. Xavier has no clue he's doing sometimes, and Caleb Williams made some dumb remarks, wanting ownership of the team. I can forgive him. He's a kid, We all are, but I think I'm excited for them. And Drake May, I hope it goes well in New England. It's going to be rough, though. I really did not like them picking a quarterback. I wanted them to trade because it's going to be so rough to watch New England play football. Unless Gerard Mayo truly has the Belichick gift to make at least a defense, it's still going to be a lot of struggle when it comes down to the offense coming onto the field, as we've seen for the past few years in New England. And that is really hard for not only a rookie quarterback, but a guy who was just a sophomore in college. He's a junior in college technically, but think about you going next year to your job and just everyone around, you're like managing, and everyone is terrible workers, and then all blame comes on you. That's rough. You're not going to be able to come out of that job happy.
Yeah.
So that's what Drake May is going to go into. Again, it's going to be hard, but
Drake May doesn't have anything.
he's got the skills.
They didn't build anything around him. They
That's-
didn't give him wide receivers. They didn't give him a line.
Lost Jacoby Myers.
He's just going to get pummeled.
Yeah, Jacoby Myers played the Raiders this year. There was no one.
And then they're going to be like, what? You were supposed to be our savior. And they're like,
Nope.
No. And then he's going to be another what? I don't know.
Another Mac Jones.
Yeah.
But Mac Jones had no talent, so that was
Mac
the other
Jones
issue.
just sucks.
Mac Jones just sucks. But Drake May doesn't suck. Drake May's got good skills. But to close this off, do you guys have any winners? Anyone you want to shout out for the draft? Any team you think really went above and
Go
beyond,
Eagles.
or a team that went below and beyond that we haven't talked about?
Below.
Man, let me take a look at
Man,
back.
I think
Cowboys
everybody,
definitely
honestly, think everybody did what they were supposed to do, except for Dallas. That was a
Yeah,
little
except for
depressing.
Dallas.
Yeah, Dallas did.
So why
I
don't,
mean, it wasn't a terrible.
why don't we talk all the favorite teams? Because we got representatives. Paul, you at least a quarter represent the Steelers, cousin Nick.
Yeah.
How do you feel the Steelers pick?
Who they pick again? They
Paul
picked.
Thomas.
They see Troy Fatanu, the interior offensive lineman out of Washington.
Well, that was good because they need help for Russell.
Mm.
So
You got to protect Russell.
yeah,
At
they
his
gotta
age.
protect Russell at his age, and he doesn't. I mean, he can still run with the ball, but you don't
Is
see
he
him
gonna
running much with it
start?
anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna start.
Russell's going to start. You want to start Russell.
Russell's
They're gonna start
Definitely
Russell.
starting.
They're gonna have Fields look at Russell. I'm gonna assume for like another 2 years. And
If they
once
could
Russell
adjust-
leaves,
If they
they're
could
gonna put
adjust
Fields in.
Fields into a Russell Wilson
That's
type
what they're
archetype
gonna do.
with just Fields' speed, that'd be a really talented player.
Run.
I know the Steelers could really benefit
That's
from that.
I'm pretty sure their goal.
I think that would be a good move,
And it
especially
makes sense.
and protection is the best way to do that with
Oh,
Troy
wait a
Fatanu.
minute, the Texans didn't get a pick.
They didn't have.
They didn't have
a
a first round
the
pick.
second round pick.
We'll be seeing Sketch tomorrow. Check. Tuesday.
Thank you, brother.
Listen, brother. How were those Dallas Cowboys pick?
Okay, so Dallas Cowboys. I'm not mad again at the offensive lineman pick. Honestly, it's definitely better than what we were doing last year. Don't like that. Definitely better than what we did last year. Again, I didn't really like the Mozzie Smith pick. Tyler Guyton definitely is gonna have to come in to step into the Tyler Smith role or Tyron Smith. So I'm not sure how much return we're gonna get in the short run, but I mean, hopefully there's some sort of presence he can make on the offensive line in the long, and I guess we just gotta look forward to that. Just keep building our offense and through these little rounds.
That sounds good. And to finish off, of course, because we are homers on this radio station often, John Alex in the Evening broadcast, of course. The Eagles.
Oh.
How, Eagles fans, Eli, Fritz, Paul, and I, how did this draft go for the Eagles?
I mean, we got the guy we were looking for.
I mean, without even moving, too.
Yep.
And
Without having to trade, we got the guy we were looking for.
we didn't need
RCB.
to trade back or anything.
Got to sit
Well, don't we
still.
got like 2-3 picks in the second round?
2 second-round picks. We have 50 and 53, I believe.
How many picks are there in the second round? Because there's, what, 33? What, 33?
That's wild.
That is wild.
You said 60?
Entire time without that. And I think I'm confident in the. Oh my gosh. Lock in. Come on. There we go. Here, put it back out there so we can get us all for the final. You got to screw that little metal piece.
Oh, yeah, you gotta lock it in there.
Gotta lock it up.
Probably the best is
Here, just
gonna
move your
be.
laptop up. You can stretch the.
Yeah, no, that's what I've been doing the entire time. And then move it back to get Fritz and Paul in. Fritz, scoot. There we go. All right, to close out. I love the Eagles pick. The Eagles pick was great. I can't believe he fell to us with no moving at all. Great moves by the Eagles. My winner of the draft of the first round has to be Minnesota. Buffalo, really nice they pulled that off. Hopefully they're getting Adonai Mitchell tomorrow. A lot of great moves all around. A lot of bad moves. The Bo Nix, it's going to be forgotten because we were just all in shock from the Michael Penix, and we had heard so much that I knew it was going to happen. But Bo Nix, Denver fans, if you're out there, your uniforms are coming out ugly. The only good thing you have to look for is that old orange crush throwbacks because, boy, Bo Nix is going to be rough. 12th pick for a guy that was going to go mid-second round. I would not want to be a Denver Broncos fan right now. And I really wouldn't want to be an Atlanta Falcons fan. Could you imagine last year the Eagles with that 9th pick and they pick a backup quarterback instead of Jalen Carter? No, actually, like, you won't watch the game all season. I'd lose my mind. I mean, seriously, you could have benefited your team. You have a Super Bowl window right now, and you just didn't. You're looking to a future that barely exists. You have rookie contracts right now, and you just decided to sign an expensive backup. You have the opportunity to cheap rookies to be on your team, to be at great levels, like Dallas Turner could have been, and instead you've opted in to finding the only expensive rookie you could, a backup first-round quarterback. Top 10. Unbelievable. But I'm really excited for Quinion Mitchell. It was a great draft. I can't wait for tomorrow. Tune in to John and Alex in the evening on 91.3 WVUD FM tomorrow at 10 in the morning. I'll be up bright and early. And we're going to talk about the recap of the first round. We're going to prepare. I'm going to make a live making of mock draft of the second and third round. You're going to want to listen up, brother. And then we'll take a break at 12:30 for 30 minutes and come back. We'll be on the basement. You tune in, WVUD HD2, or at WVUD.org, stream the basement for tomorrow's show from 10 to 12:30, John Alex in the evening. And then 30-minute break, and we come on 91.3 WVUD FM, the air, which you can also stream on WVUD.org, stream the FM from 1 to 2, and Alex will be back on there. We will be talking about the draft and what we predict will happen in the second and third round. I'm hoping to see Jeremiah Trout Jr. I don't know about you. But, yeah, I'm excited for what I believe the Eagles do have is Eagles second-round picks.
Special teams. Special
They are...
players. Special
Are we at?
players.
Special teams. Special plays. Special players.
Eagles have 2 second-round picks. What picks are they? I just want to know. Tell me. Why don't you tell me? Oh, my gosh. I'm confident they're 53 and 50. Yeah, so that'll be great to watch. I'm excited to watch that. And that's basically it. Great draft. Great night. Subscribe to Goon's House.
Yeah.
All right. Woo. Woo. That's a wrap on the first. What's up, brother?
Goodbye, brother.
The first
Brother.
ever.
Goodbye, brother.
The first ever John and Alex in the evening. draft.
The
Whatever.
Five Guys version.
Yeah. The Five Guys version.
Alex wasn't here.
John Alex without Alex.
Five Guys version.
Good night, Goons.
Like
Or wait,
podcasts
night, Goons.
have all those other people that work for them on the podcast.